In order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough. We have to get to the cause of it all, or the root of it all. And it is because of our effort toward getting straight to the root that people oftentimes think we are dealing in hate. But first, I would like to congratulate and give praise to the Negro, so-called Negro leaders and so-called Negro organizations. And excuse me if I say so-called, it's hard for me to just outright say Negro when I know what that word Negro really means. The person whom you have come to know as Ronald Stokes, we know him as Brother Ronald, one of the most religious persons who displayed the highest form of morals of any black person anywhere on this earth. And as one of the previous speakers pointed out who knew him, everyone who knew him had to give him credit for being a good man, a clean man, an intelligent man, and an innocent man when he was murdered. The Negro, so-called Negro organizations and leaders should be given great credit for their failure or refusal to let the white man divide them and use them one against the other during this crisis. As Reverend Wilfred Wilson pointed out, I think it was 8 years ago today that the Supreme Court handed down the desegregation decision. And despite the fact that 8 years have gone past, that decision hasn't been implemented yet. I don't have that much faith. I don't have that much confidence. I don't have that much patience. And I don't have that much ignorance to... If the Supreme Court, which is the highest law-making body in the country, can pass a decision that can't get even 8% compliance with in 8 years because it's for black people, then my patience has run out. When black people who are being oppressed become impatient, they say that's emotional. Please. When black people who are being deprived of their citizenship, not only of their civil rights, but their human rights, become impatient, become fed up, don't want to wait any longer, then they say that's emotional. The Negro, so-called Negro leaders and organizations should be praised. They should be congratulated. They should be complimented, because out of all of them combined, the white man has not yet found one who will play the role of Uncle Tom. But yet he has found no Tom, no puppet, no parrot who is still dumb enough in 1962 to represent the injustices that he's afflicting against our people. We don't care what your religion is. We don't care what organization you belong to. We don't care how far in school you went or didn't go. We don't care what kind of job you have. We have to give you credit for shocking the white man by not letting him divide you and use you one against the other. In the past, the greatest weapon the white man has had has been his ability to divide and conquer. As Jackie Robinson pointed out beautifully on the television last night, 4/5 of the world isn't white. Isn't that what Jackie said? And if 4/5 of the world is dark, how is it possible for 1/5 to rule, oppress, exploit, dominate, and brutalize the 4/5 who are in the majority? How do they do it? Divide and conquer. If I take my hand and slap you, you don't even feel it. It might sting you because these digits are separated. But all I have to do to put you back in your place is bring those digits together. This is what the white man has done to you and me. He has divided us and used us one against the other. But today, thanks to Allah, you can say thanks to God or thanks to Jesus or thanks to Jehovah, whatever you want. But as a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we have been taught to say thanks to Allah. And that's what Jesus said. Jesus called on Allah. He said, Allah, Allah, lama asabachthani. I believe what's good for Jesus is good for you. If Allah was good enough for Jesus to call upon, I think he should be good enough for you to call upon. Since the so-called Negro community has shocked the white man by resisting all efforts to divide us, I think that you and I should continue to shock him by staying and working together in unity. Despite religious, political, economic, or educational or social differences, let us remember that we are not brutalized because we're Baptists. We're not brutalized because we're Methodists. We're not brutalized because we're Muslims. We're not brutalized because we're Catholics. We're brutalized because we are black people in America. Back during slavery, when black people like me talked to the slaves, they didn't kill him. They'd send some old house Negro along behind him to undo what he said. You have to read the history of slavery to understand this. There were two kinds of Negroes. There was that old house Negro and the field Negro. And the house Negro always looked out for his master. When the field Negroes got too much out of line, he held them back in check. He put them back on the plantation. The house Negro could afford to do that because he lived better than the field Negro. He ate better, he dressed better, and he lived in a better house. He lived right up next to his master in the attic or the basement. He ate the same food his master ate and wore his same clothes. And he could talk just like his master. Good diction. And he loved his master more than his master loved himself. That's why he didn't want his master hurt. If the master got sick, he'd say, "What's the matter, boss? We sick?" When the master's house caught a fire, he'd try and put the fire out. He didn't want his master's house burned. He never wanted his master's property threatened. And he was more defensive of it than the master was. That was the house Negro. But then you had some field Negroes who lived in huts, had nothing to lose. They wore the worst kind of clothes, they ate the worst food, and they caught hell. They felt the sting of the lash. They hated their master. Oh yes, they did. If the master got sick, they prayed that the master died. If the master's house caught a fire, they prayed for a strong wind to come along. This was the difference between the two. And today you still have house Negroes and field Negroes. I'm a field Negro.
Mr. Moderator, Reverend Cleave, and Milton, brothers and sisters, and friends, and I see some enemies. fact, I think we'd be fooling ourselves if we had an audience this large and didn't realize that there were some enemies present. This afternoon, we want to talk about the ballot or the bullet. The ballot or the bullet explains itself. But before we get into it, since this is the year of the ballot or the bullet, I would like to clarify some things that refer to me personally concerning my own personal position. I'm still a Muslim. That is, my religion is still Islam. My religion is still Islam. I still credit Mr. Muhammad for what I know and what I am. He's the one who opened my eyes. And at present, I'm the minister of the newly founded Muslim Mosque Incorporated, which has its offices in the Teresa Hotel right in the heart of Harlem. That's the Black Belt in New York City. And when we realize that Adam Clayton Powell is a Christian minister, he has the Abyssinia Baptist Church, but at the same time he's more famous for his political struggling. And Dr. King is a Christian minister from Atlanta, Georgia, or in Atlanta, Georgia, but he's become more famous for being involved in the civil rights struggle. There's another in New York, Reverend Galamison. I don't know if you've heard of him out here. He's a Christian minister from Brooklyn, but has become famous for his fight against the segregated school system in Brooklyn. Reverend Cleave, right here, is a Christian minister here in Detroit. He's the head of the Freedom Now Party. All of these are Christian ministers. All of these are Christian ministers, but they don't come to us as Christian ministers. They come to us as fighters in some other category. I'm a Muslim minister. The same as they are Christian ministers, I'm a Muslim minister. And I don't believe in fighting today in any one front, but on all fronts. In fact, I'm a black nationalist freedom fighter. Islam is my religion, but I believe my religion is my personal business. It governs my personal life, my personal morals, and my religious philosophy is personal between me and the God in whom I believe, just as the religious philosophy of these others is between them and the God in whom they believe. And this is best this way. Were we to come out here discussing religion, we'd have too many differences from the outstart, and we could never get together. So today, though Islam is my religious philosophy, my political, economic, and social philosophy is black nationalism. You and I... As I say, if we bring up religion, we'll have differences, we'll have arguments, we'll never be able to get together. But if we keep our religion at home, keep our religion in the closet, keep our religion between ourselves and our God, but when we come out here, we have a fight that's common to all of us against the enemy who is common to all of us. The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that the black man should control the politics and the politicians in his own community. The time when white people can come in our community and get us to vote for them so that they can be our political leaders and tell us what to do and what not to do is long gone. By the same token, the time when that same white man, knowing that your eyes are too far open, can send another Negro into the community, get you and me to support him so he can use him to lead us astray, those days are long gone. The political philosophy of black nationalism only means that if you and I are going to live in a black community, and that's where we're going to live, because as soon as you move into as soon as you move out of the black community into their community, it's mixed for a period of time, but they're gone, and you're right there all by yourself. We must understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart. So the political philosophy of black nationalism only means that we will have to carry on a political program of re-education to open our people's eyes, make us become more politically conscious, politically mature. And then we will, whenever we get ready to cast our ballot, that ballot will be cast for a man of the community who has the good of the community at heart. And the economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we should own and operate and control the economy of our community. You would never find, you can't open up a black store in a white community. White man won't even patronize you. And he's not wrong. He got sense enough to look out for himself. And you who don't have sense enough to look out for yourself. The white man is too intelligent to let someone else come and gain control of the economy of his community. But you will let anybody come in and control the economy of your community. Control the housing, control the education, control the jobs, control the businesses under the pretext that you want to integrate. No, you're out of your mind. The economic philosophy of black nationalism only means that we have to become involved in a program of re-education to educate our people into the importance of knowing that when you spend your dollar out of the community in which you live, the community in which you spend your money becomes richer and richer. The community out of which you take your money becomes poorer and poorer. And because these Negroes who have been misled and misguided are breaking their necks to take their money and spend it with the man is becoming richer and richer, and you're becoming poorer and poorer. And then what happens? The community in which you live becomes a slum. It becomes a ghetto. The conditions become run down. And then you have the audacity to complain about poor housing in a run-down community. Why, you run it down yourself when you take your dollar out. And you and I are in a double trap, because not only do we lose by taking our money someplace else and spending it, when we try and spend it in our own community, we're trapped because we haven't had sense enough to set up stores and control the businesses of our community. The man who's controlling the stores in our community is a man who doesn't look like we do. He's a man who doesn't even live in the community. So you and I, even when we try and spend our money in the block where we live or the area where we live, we're spending it with a man who, when the sun goes down, takes that basket full of money in another part of the town. So we're trapped, double trapped, triple trapped. Anywhere we go, we find that we're trapped. And every kind of solution that someone comes up with is just another trap. But the political and economic...
Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Moderator, our distinguished guests, brothers and sisters, our friends and our enemies. Everybody is here. As many of you know, last March, when it was announced that I was no longer in the black Muslim movement, it was pointed out that it was my intention to work among the 22 million non-Muslim Afro-Americans and to try and form some type of organization or create a situation where the young people, our young people, the students and others, could study the problems of our people for a period of time and then come up with a new analysis and give us some new ideas and some new suggestions as to how to approach a problem that too many other people had been playing around with for too long. And that we would have some kind of meeting and determine at a later date whether to form a black nationalist party or a black nationalist army. There have been many of our people across the country from all walks of life who have taken it upon themselves to try and pool their ideas and to come up with some kind of solution to the problem that confronts all of our people. And tonight we are here to try and get an understanding of what it is they've come up with. Also, recently, when I was blessed to make a trip or a pilgrimage, a religious pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, where I met many people from all over the world, plus spent many weeks in Africa, trying to broaden my own scope and get more of an open mind to look at the problem as it actually is. One of the things that I realized, and I realized this even before going over there, was that our African brothers have gained their independence faster than you and I here in America have. They've also gained recognition and respect as human beings much faster than you and I. Just 10 years ago on the African continent, our people were colonized. They were suffering all forms of colonization, oppression, exploitation, degradation, humiliation, discrimination, and every other kind of Asian. And in a short time, they have gained more independence, more recognition, more respect as human beings than you and I have. And you and I live in a country which is supposed to be the citadel of education, freedom, justice, democracy, and all of those other pretty sounding words. So it was our intention to try and find out what was our African brothers doing to get results so that you and I could study what they had done and perhaps gain from that study or benefit from their experiences. And my traveling over there was designed to help to find out how. One of the first things that the independent African nations did was to form an organization called the Organization of African Unity. The purpose of our Organization of Afro-American Unity, which has the same aim and objective, to fight whoever gets in our way. To bring about the complete independence of people of African descent here in the Western Hemisphere, and first here in the United States, and bring about the freedom of these people by any means necessary. That's our motto. The purpose of our organization is to start right here in Harlem, which has the largest concentration of people of African descent that exists anywhere on this earth. There are more Africans here in Harlem than exist in any city on the African continent, because that's what you and I are, Africans. The Charter of the United Nations, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Constitution of the United States, and the Bill of Rights are the principles in which we believe, and that these documents, if put into practice, represent the essence of mankind's hopes and good intentions, desirous that all Afro-American people and organizations should henceforth unite so that the welfare and well-being of our people will be assured. We are resolved to reinforce the common bond of purpose between our people by submerging all of our differences and establishing non-sectarian constructive programs for human rights. We hereby present this charter
Number one, the establishment. The Organization of Afro-American Unity shall include all people of African descent in the Western Hemisphere. In essence, what it is saying, instead of you and me running around here seeking allies in our struggle for freedom, in the Irish neighborhood or the Jewish neighborhood or the Italian neighborhood, we need to seek some allies among people who look something like we do. And once we get their allies, it's time out for you and me to stop running away from the wolf right into the arms of the fox, looking for some kind of help. That's a drag. Number two, self-defense. Since self-preservation is the first law of nature, we assert the Afro-Americans' right to self-defense. The Constitution of the United States of America clearly affirms the right of every American citizen to bear arms. And as Americans, we will not give up a single right guaranteed under the Constitution. The history of unpunished violence against our people clearly indicates that we must be prepared to defend ourselves, or we will continue to be a defenseless people at the mercy of a ruthless and violent racist mob.
You bleed when the white man says bleed. You bite when the white man says bite. And you bark when the white man says bark. I hate to say this about us, but it's true. How you gonna be nonviolent in Mississippi as violent as you were in Korea? How can you justify being nonviolent in Mississippi and your churches are being bombed and your little girls are being murdered, and at the same time you're gonna get violent with Hitler and Tojo and somebody else that you don't even know?
Yeah, giving your life for somebody else so you don't even know. Because them say bark and them say bite. Morning and welcome to Straight Up for today. Today is the 10th of September, the day before the Ethiopian New Year, 11th of September. And we expect to be joined by a couple of people from the 12 tribe of Israel putting on that banquet on Ethiopian New Year's Day tomorrow. Banquet in aid of the big school that them build in Shashamane. Big school, big grade school. I noticed that Omar Davis, who was signaling that him soon give up electoral politics, him signaling that him going back there one more time because I'm about to unfinished projects in him constituency. You see, his upon him trip to China, him decided that him told you that he went to Beijing to the World Champs, and when he was there, him decided that him not going to give up the seat, him going to go back for the seat. But the Chinese have more use for him, have more things to do, and him can get more things from them. Maybe him even get a little mini stadium like what the Chinese they'll build up in a KD night constituency up in a slag over there. Build a little mini stadium in a Hornet Garden. That would have good. Them have a Tony Spalding stadium there, maybe them can upgrade it. Get all a nice all with that track and all them with them. So Omar Davis going to stick around. I heard of a prisoner in the prison getting some brilliant CXC results. Not one, you know, more than one, but this one say when him come out of prison, he's in prison for I think it's a 20-odd year sentence. When him come out of prison, him intend to become a journalist. And while he has been in prison, he has been converted to the Islam religion through the minister of another prisoner who is in the prison and who is a member of the Islam religion. I hear that them going build a sports museum. The government going to build a sports museum because from just about the time of independence, a sports museum was planned, and even some artifacts were donated, even by Jesse Owens, the great Jesse Owens donated even some of them medals, them win famous winnings of medals all in Germany before the war. And the government now they're going to say them going to build a sports museum somewhere over by where the Bob Marley statue there is, and so on. And then I hear Julian Robinson, the MP for that area, said that they want to put up some shop near to the Bob Marley statue because tourists coming there every day and they want a t-shirt to buy. Them can't get none to buy. I'm going to put up 3 shops there so that the people of Swallowfield can have some shopping in the area. Very good political and very smart move because Julian Robinson knows that the sports museum going to build up there. And if we put up 3 shops there before, when the sports museum build up, most likely he and his people will get a control over any concession or any little business that go on there. So I'm going to build a Swallow Food Plaza. So one of the shops to sell souvenir, next one to sell food, and next one to sell drink. So Swallow Food Plaza going to build up around the Bob Marley statue there. We lay in the sports museum. Everything locked tight. Here's also that them going to turn the Trelawney all-purpose stadium where they never built for any special purpose. They're going to turn it into a Usain Bolt sports academy. Usain Bolt sports academy. And them say it is the brainchild of the Prime Minister. You hear them now? Them claims the idea to make the all-purpose stadium of Trelawney into a Usain Bolt sports academy is the brainchild of the Prime Minister. I wonder who it was, who is the baby father of that brainchild. Them claims a Porsche idea. Not that she can't have ideas now. I think she was Minister of Sport one time, but you know them out there. They might build her up, so they must say it's for her brainchild. But I wonder who is the baby father of that brainchild, because I know that all children come through stimulation. We're looking forward to have Professor Bobby Hill, Robert Hill here tomorrow. Looking forward to having Professor Robert Hill here tomorrow as a special guest. Professor Robert Hill, one of the, probably the most foremost Marcus Garvey scholar in the world. Elizabeth of England, the queen of the English people. Yesterday she celebrated being on the throne longer than any other person. Because Victoria, one of our grandmama, did up on the throne for 63 years. And she did preside over the tricking of the slave them. Victoria did preside over the tricking of the slave them. And send money down, I say she send it to slave by the time it reach. It addressed to plant. Well, Elizabeth now up on the throne longer than Victoria. She dip on the throne longer than Victoria. It's a case of royal constipation. Sit down upon the throne in there, how long and can't come off the throne. No action taking place. Royal constipation. Yes. The permanent secretary for the Prime Minister resigned and I go leave there. And I hear the Minister of Information said that the lady is going on to greener pastures. And you know when them talking the word, them word have some meaning, you know. I wonder what she mean by say the permanent secretary. Because that lady was appointed in 2009, you know, under the administration of Bruce Golding. And probably them do want to move her a long time, but them say she are going to greener pastures, you know. We don't know what I mean by greener pastures. Yes, and CVM and TVJ, you know, the continuing struggle. Legal struggle over the rights to display world champs coverage and races. Notice a sports commentary having a little bad run from the time when him predicts that Gatlin are going to beat Bolt and a couple of other things. Him making some decision which not foolish, but some of the public and some of them colleagues, them not too comfortable with them. I say they might go through a little bad run Like how Bolt go through a little bad run more time and a soft and so on. I'm lucky him now face a constituency challenge. Or I'm now run against the athlete them in this silly season here. And the Cuban market are open to the United States, so you know, so the tourism market are also opening up. And Cuba already been namming Jamaica supper in tourism because Jamaica not running the tourism products up properly and so safe and so free from harassment and all them kind of thing. Jamaica need Cuba, but does Cuba need Jamaica in its tourism thing? There's some questions to provoke your mind and we can discuss them. Let's go for a break. Straight up. Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, go on, man.
Fine.
Yeah, man. I watch it in the United States. Donald Trump. 69 years old.
How much?
Donald Trump is 69 years old. American presidential candidate for the Republican Party.
Yeah, 5'9" or 6'9".
Eh?
5'9".
69 years old.
5'9" or 6'9".
We said Donald Trump is 69 years old.
5'9" or 6'9".
You know, 3'9", man, 3'9" and 9.
It gets worse.
He's leading in the poll, boy. I believe Donald Trump will be the next leader, you know.
So
the Republican Party.
Leader of the Republican Party?
Yeah.
So that is what the race is about, to lead the Republican Party?
Not only that. To the people of the United States to vote for him to be the president.
Oh.
Another thing in Jamaica here, as you were talking about that stadium in Trelawney.
Yeah.
The government said they're going to make some racing track and put some well in there. But the other day, one of your...
And they're going to put some puss in the well too. You know that? So some pussies will be in the well.
Because the other day, you know, one of your Rasta talk shows was saying that Bruce Colin name that highway after Usain Bolt and take it away from Usain Bolt and name it after PJ Patterson.
Who take it away?
Yeah, he would be saying that Portia Simpson take it away and put PJ Patterson name to it.
Oh.
But I wonder if that name would be keep up. If anybody would take away the name again from Usain Bolt.
No, look more when them say that it is Portia Simpson Miller brainchild to do all that. They will say it better them name it after Portia because she's really the brain behind it, and it was under the PNP regime that Bolt emerged when he was 15 years old and all them things. Enough time politicians claim say them make Lawrence Rowe make 300 and them make that one score goal, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, look more, that's a more poll for the show today.
Thank you very much. Yes,
cool.
Good morning. Welcome. Straight up. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Small.
Welcome, sir.
Well, sir, morning, sir. First time on the program.
Thank you very much.
I'm much credit, so I'm going to get right into the topic.
Yes, sir.
I heard the news about 3 Saturdays ago, right? On a different radio station.
Yeah.
That some company from the United States are planning to revive the Jamaica Railway Corporation, right?
Okay.
And they were saying that in 3 years' time, the first phase will be the Appleton Rum Tour.
Appleton, oh yes, from Mobile to Appleton in St. Elizabeth.
Yes, and then they said in the next 2 additional years now, the passenger service will be up and running. But some I heard the news. I don't hear any other station with that news again. I'm wondering what has happened because for too long now the government is playing around with the railway and not coming to us with the truth.
Yeah. Now, was it that this statement was made by the American company or was it made by the government? Is he there? The phone got done. That is one of the main questions in my mind is, was this announcement made by the railway, by the company that from America that is said to be interested in resurrecting the railway? Was it made by that company or was it made by the government? Because if the government don't come out and even make a joint statement to any investor, we're not going to be sure whether it is something either approved or whether it is something that can be taken seriously. Now, as the caller said, we're not hearing anything from the government about this thing. Most times it's because they have somebody in mind who they want to get it. They either have somebody in mind who they want to get it, or they have agreed with some company who have the toll road or so on, that they're not going to allow the railway to come back in because it will take away some money from the toll road. All of these people take these things as a private business. And that is one of the reasons why probably Omar Davis going back for another term, so that he can assure the Chinese of certain things being carried out, apart from him constituency. Next call. Morning, welcome straight up.
Yeah, morning, Bongo man.
Wagwan, sir.
Yeah, Bongo man.
Civilized, Wagwan.
Yeah, man. There. Yeah, you know, say, me hear a disturbing story this morning. Say, some gunman going around a gated community go take out one 44-year-old man and go kill him.
Yeah, some weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I heard, I think from June, man. Some weeks from June.
Yes.
And I heard that one of the men are a policeman.
Yes, yes. Not surprising. What is surprising is that we're here, because sometimes they keep this information from us.
Oh, that was what went on. The information was kept away from us. So,
very frequently.
Yeah, so I was wondering how comes Indicom didn't get that information.
That is it now. And do they have it? Or do they only have, or have they only heard of it through the news?
Yes, because it is some journalists dig up the situation and get to that.
Yes. Then if the soup in the area don't know, same number wasn't told, and if the head of crime, Mr. Powell, don't know and wasn't told, wouldn't Indicom be told?
That's what I'm saying. But Indicom should have heard about that, because that should have gone into the media.
Now they must hear about it by now, but have they been informed by the police? Being hearing about it and being informed is two different things.
Yeah.
So you see that we need an Indicom.
Well, of course we need an Indicom.
And we need an Indicom free from the parasite oversight of ministers like Bunting and Parliament and Cabinet.
That's why I was saying that little man we call DC. I don't think him have any moral authority to rule them people, you know, because he don't care about the people. Because he must fight against Indicom.
That's why the party needs him. The constituency might not be as popular in the constituency, but he's popular in the party, especially among the old boy, them old girl, them, because he will talk those kind of things which it risky for them talk.
So he's like a user boy.
Them have him like a bait and a mascot.
Yes. Well, I tell you, serious. Why this serious, you know, man? Imagine how much people police kill and you know, you're not about it.
Plenty. Not only kill in extrajudicial killings, but kill in gangland killings. Some of the police killings is extrajudicial killings when the police, while doing them work, decide to kill a man. But you also have police who are part of gangs who kill people either for money on contract or kill people in them personal vendetta.
Yeah, because when I wonder, say, how police make him lose him job for $6,000. You know,
with $6,000?
Eh?
With $6,000?
The one police and corporal must take some money from a man the other day and $6,000 and he losing job for that because the man was going to report him.
Well, it's not for the 6,000 him lose a job, you know. They are doing these things regularly. So that was just one of the 6,000 him probably collect that day.
Yeah.
In one day they will collect maybe 26,000. It's not just one 6,000.
Yeah, and I know, you know, but I'm saying that is the one that was published.
Yeah, but they get careless. When they're collecting money regularly, you know, after a while they get careless. Sometimes they all do it in front of people. Sometimes they can pass all upon the road and see the transaction taking place. Sometimes they don't even hide it. They get careless.
They don't care.
Some don't care and some get drunk.
I'm like some gunman where you see kill people in the daylight.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, yes, sir.
All right, thank you too.
Good morning, welcome. Straight up, hello. Welcome. What a job it is that the good police have. The hell of a job. In addition to doing them job, them have to be counteracting the effect of the rotten apple them in the barrel. Next call, please. Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Come along. Let's go for a break, please. Straight Up. Hello.
Hello, yeah, Jerry, how you do?
Welcome. Hello.
My brother. We don't need just one in the come, we need two in the come. What civilized I tell you about is that the $6,000, it look like some people that keep a dance. And the little policeman forge either the inspector or the superintendent signature and sign it.
Yeah.
And thing, and him, you know, two quick things, Jerry. Dayton Campbell said him not in the politics for the income.
All right, hold on. Let's take a break and I'll come back on that point. Welcome back. Yes, you were saying Dayton Campbell what?
Yeah, man. Him say him not in the politics for the income. Him in it for the outcome. No. Which one I look glory? Even though you have people who might still do that. So him in it for the glory. I'm not in it for nothing else, just glory. One other quick thing. But I'm tell you something else. When there's the young boy, they Crawford. I saw him the other night on TV and I was saying to the people them. Him can't know say. Him say him not give out no school vouchers and things. And him can't know to people's school fee at 26 and 28,000. And him give them $2,000 and things. Him what? And I didn't remember what he said directly after that. But what may I say, Jerry, for the people them, you have some people out there now where can't afford not even exercise good, you know. And you ever tell me, say, not him, any one of them, not just him, whosoever it may be, couldn't and didn't or don't help nobody out there with 2 little vouchers when you could have helped them, give a person a 1 or a 2,000.
So hold on there. The purpose of an MP is to help out people with them living expenses?
I wouldn't say living expense, but that's the education and picnic.
These, look here, let's not stop waste time. These are living expenses.
Well, yes, you have to put it underneath
so that's the purpose of an MP?
But not just that, that is one of the...
No, the long argument, man. Hear me now. I could get it, use the time well. Is the purpose of an MP to help out people with them living expenses?
I don't think so.
All right, no. You're not going to criticize none of your side MP them.
Yeah, but I say any other
No, by name. You just criticized 2 MPs from the PNP side. I'm asking if you're not going to criticize none of your side MP.
Them criticize and done with. Because if people vote with something, I would never say some people like that. 1 and 2 of them may make sense.
You're talking round and around the world, but you're not criticizing none of your MPs.
No, but I don't know if none of them directly come up with something.
All right, well, anyway, we're not going, as the time goes on, we're going to cut down the propagandist calling this program to 2 minutes as the time goes on. Next call. Morning, welcome, Straight Up. Next one. Go ahead, please.
I'm Mr. Small.
Well, go on, sir.
Yeah, man, everything all right?
Yeah, man, thank you.
Yeah, nice to hear you back again, Mr. Small.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Small, I saw the people that kill up themselves over the politics now.
No, that's always going on. How it surprise you?
Not really surprised, but me I say when they were not independent, we never see nobody go on them way. You never hear the people them come out and determine things. So I really, this silly season for sure.
What is that ping-pinging sound going on there?
Oh, I'm a vehicle, Mr. Small.
Oh, you mean your vehicle? What your vehicle doing?
The alarm, man.
Alarm?
Yeah, the door and a lock both.
Oh, go ahead now.
Yes, Mr. Small, I say the silly season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not really time for that now, Mr. Small, because I'll be a sell out to say I go on and say, you know, we have to get down to hard work as usual. I'm trying to dig myself out of them whole, you know? Yeah, because when we see them go on them way, now, so we know it's not really nice for the people, you know. People don't got to turn themselves in an idiot. The people have to really look for what really counts and deal with what really counts, Mr. Small. So I just that me I say, you know?
Okay, thank you very much. Here, sir?
Yeah.
Next one, please. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Go ahead, please. Hello?
Oh, Jerry, morning, sir.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm me, Bird, you know.
What go on?
Yeah. No, I ask you for the song for me.
Bird, I know Everton Bird.
No, man, a big bird, man. Original. Original big bird, man. Coming at Trenchtown, the first street or something.
Yes, yes.
Now they can play Ambush, you know. Bob Marley Ambush.
Yeah, I can't promise you though, cause yeah, what is it that bring up that topic to you? What bring up that music to you?
Well, I two major parties, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. And I just want the people to just listen to the words really good and you know.
You remember when Bob Marley made that tune there?
Yeah, I remember.
What was it?
What happened and everything. Yeah,
what was the circumstance?
Well, I try to go up and yard and kill him up.
No, well, what is the circumstance of them doing that?
It was a political thing, you know.
It was an election. An election was coming up.
Yeah.
1976 election, December.
Yeah.
Bob Marley offered to do a free concert for the people of Jamaica because since he met with him great success 1 or 2 years before, between 75 coming up, 74, 75, he had never performed for the people of Jamaica. He offered to do a free concert, and the government said they would help him by providing the infrastructure, the place, the protection, and all those things. All he must do is supply the musician and the sound equipment.
Yeah.
When he went ahead with the arrangement, he found out they had printed the posters, which that was part of their job. They print the posters in the PNP party colors.
Yeah.
He was alarmed by it because he knew they were trying to trap him and wind him up as a PNP supporter.
Yeah.
Because in the 72 election, the Whalers had supported the PNP bandwagon. But they're trying to wind him up, and he was objecting to it. And the PNP made the deceitful excuse that it was too late for them to change the poster, they couldn't get it printed over. And he insisted that he wanted it printed over, not in an orange color.
Yeah.
And they insisted and they went through with it.
Yeah.
With their trickery self. Well, some labor right now asked Claudius up and other people to say to him, do not do the concert. But he said, boy, I have to do the concert. And Claudius up distanced himself and said, all right, I'm not pressure him no more.
Yeah.
Some other labor right decide to pressure him more. And threaten him that if him do the concert, I'm going to take action against him.
Yeah.
And a few days before the concert, they did carry out the threat and go up there and shoot him, a manager, and shoot Louis Griffiths, a young 12 tribe singer, and shoot all even Rita Marley was driving in the gate when they were running out the yard.
Yeah.
Graze our skull.
Yeah, I remember, man.
Yes, they ambushed in the night, them wicked old dirty politician. One side set him up and the other side shot him.
That's why I play that music there for me.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah. Coming up to the election.
Fight for power, you understand me?
Yes,
but them know not the hour.
Yes.
You know? So you take care.
Thank you very much, Big Bird.
Yeah, man.
Straight. Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
Well, Jerry.
Sir, yes, sir.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Wilson said, Mr. Golden, you did highway down there near Motion Boat Highway. It's short. And then take you put them on PG highway, and there's other highway going to Bagwork, and so they were them done. So they can low it to stay there and get the other one in PG highway. That's what about because what? I live by right, nobody, so them change it up now. And the same comedy we call you all over until about this and that. I want to the radio program say you have to change Trelawney name now to Ocean Bolt Parish. Trelawney, Ocean Bolt. You have to change the pan Trelawney or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see anything Labour right do it, then downgrade it.
Then Labour right not downgrade what PNP do too?
No, hardly hardly.
Oh.
I would say everything, but most of what Labour right do.
Alright.
Hold on. If you wrong, say me wrong. The man give him pushing both highway, now is right time. Damn, there's a next highway going to Bagwork. You know, we tell the one you don't give a PG highway.
You said that already?
Yeah, I said it already.
Alright, well, I was going to say something. You go like you was going to say something new. Well, let me tell you this now.
Yeah.
A two bridge me know named Bustamante Bridge.
Yeah.
I don't have them officially named, sir. The one leading in Tomaran Bay, which used to be the longest bridge in Jamaica, a wooden bridge. And
It's true, it's long.
Hold on, allow me no man, call time short. The one leading to Moran Bay used to be a wooden bridge till them turn it in a concrete bridge.
Yeah, I know it.
And them have one in a Barbican Square, the foot of Jack's Hill there. Named Bustamante Bridge.
Yeah, me not know the one.
Hold on, just allow me no man, call time short. During the 70s, the supporters of the PNP government and the government paint out the engraving on the Barbican Bridge on the Bustamante Bridge and paint it over and call it Michael Manley Bridge.
Aye, she do.
This is the kind of nastiness where the two sides them going with.
Well, that's right. Me argument.
All right, thank you very much. Next
One
call.
love.
Next call.
All the best.
Morning, welcome. Straight up. Morning. Go ahead, please. Next call.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to say to you, sir, Jamaica will be the next world country, you know. It will be the head of the whole world, you know. Every nation has been generations into Jamaica. It will be the next World Trade Center, Jamaica.
Go on talk. No man, if I even fool say talk, man. Go on talk.
I know whether you want to call it foolishness, I'm telling you.
I didn't say it's foolishness. I said go on talk even if it's foolishness.
I said Jamaica are going to have 12 gates.
Yeah.
12 gates to Jamaica. And it will be the World Trade Center for the millennium.
Yeah.
Jesus did say the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed that the husbandman took and cast it into his field. And it go and become great so that the fowl of the air come and dwell in the bowl thereof. All the big countries that have all big presidents and everybody.
We have any more call
here?
We have to go to another call. What you having? Order a drink for me. Order a drink for my bill. Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Next one. Good morning.
Hello, morning, Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
How you doing?
Fine, fine.
Your first caller this morning cracked me up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for real. You know, Donald Trump.
Trunk.
Yes, and after Donald Trump, is it 5'9" or 6'9"?
Yes.
3'9". No, it gets worse, you know.
It gets worse.
I'm nearly dead with laugh, brethren, believe me.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you know, what me call you about, me mention about, does Jamaica need Cuba or Cuba need Jamaica? All right, I came across an article, you see, from the IAAF.
Yeah.
All right, and they are saying that the last benching and game there was seen in over 200 countries worldwide. And in that 200 countries, it was about 7 billion people seeing the championship there.
Not 7 billion people, probably 7 billion viewings, because there's not as many as 7 billion people in the world. So it's 7 billion viewings. So if I look on it last night and I look on it next week, they probably count that as 2 viewings.
Yes, okay. All right, and I am saying, you know, if in tourism, I guess right now in tourism in the Caribbean is Nassau, Bahamas, is the Mecca.
I suppose so.
Yes, because they have the most tourists coming there.
Yeah, you have less than a minute. Be quick.
All right, but what I am saying, if Jamaica market them thing properly, and with the kind of brand that we have, and the product that we have here to sell in terms of tourists, we could all do the whole region.
Yeah, but it would be required for crime and security in Jamaica to be taken care of better.
Extremely important.
And it would be required for the infrastructure to be kept clean, and it would be required for the beaches to be open back to the people of Jamaica and the tourists share it more than these thieving politicians selling out our beach and giving it exclusively to tourists.
You know, so in Bahamas...
Now we got to go. 10 a.m. headline news.
Motorists using the North-South Highway will pay increased toll rates as of tomorrow. The increased rates are for the Linstead bypass to Manique leg of the Highway 2000 North-South Link toll road, also called the Mount Rossa bypass. The Jamaican North-South Highway Company says the change in rates is due to a significant increase in maintenance costs. The new rates for Class 1 vehicles is $360, up from $200. $715 up from $420 for Class 2 vehicles, $1,075 up from $1,000 for Class 3 vehicles, and for Class 4 vehicles such as bikes, $180 up from $160. Cabinet has awarded a contract to an American firm for the procurement of protective gear for the police. Armor Express will provide 1,500 ballistic vests, 1,000 ballistic helmets, and 500 helmet shields for the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF. Information Minister Senator Sandra Faulkner, who made the disclosure at the Jamaica House press briefing yesterday morning, says these are critical police equipment for the safety and protection of police personnel. The US and NATO have expressed concern over reports that Russia is increasing its military presence in Syria. NATO's chief says if confirmed, Russia's involvement would not help to solve the conflict. Separately yesterday, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry reiterated his concerns to Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov over the phone. Russia, a key ally of Syria during its 4-year civil war, says it has sent military experts, but that is all.
Yes, welcome back to Straight Up. Second hour of the program, going to some text messages. Jerry, Jacure is a convicted raper, also an international artist. Everybody a beat down the O'Sullivan, and I don't hear no one a crucify Jacure. Who is O'Sullivan? Who is O'Sullivan? Yeah, next one. Jerry, I don't know any racist that doesn't suffer bitterness daily, and they are so angry and eager to share the bitterness. I think you want to say more, but you're not saying more. Say some more. Text back and say some more. Next one. Uncle Jerry, I think the only way to get rid of racism is to stop talking about it. What do you think of that? And is it necessary to keep reopening all wounds? By stopping talking about something, you're going to get rid of it? Where did you get that? Could you text back and tell me where you got that wisdom from? That by not talking about something, you get rid of it? Text me back and tell me where that wisdom came from. Next one. Jerry, was it common in your days for rich politicians to target poor underage country girls for sex? If it was common in my days, which days is my days? This days is not my days. I am not here now. Tell me what you mean by my days. Next one. Let's get back to the phone. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Next one, please. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up.
Good morning, Mr. Small. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I am a Jamaican citizen. I want to make an observation and a comment on 2 items here. First one, Minister Damian Crawford.
Minister, oh.
When he was at the meeting up in his constituency,
yeah,
he made a comment that he was tricking the people.
Yes, yes.
But the people must consult the dictionary,
yeah,
and look for the word trick and trickster,
yeah,
and see what it means. Instead of you jumping up and at the same time he's insulting them.
Yeah.
He's talking to the people that he's tricking them, and at the same time he's turning his back to the people.
Yeah.
So then the people jumping up and...
He also said that to make up for some of the PNP people who don't approve of him, he went to some dirty labor right to make up for that no more.
Well, the people must observe these things, man.
Did he not say so?
Well, I think so, but I think so.
So in other words, dirty labor right is more reliable than zinc. What I'm calling plyboard PNP.
Well, another observation. Minister Powell. Some time ago in August, he was having a meeting, I think, and he announced that he was going to announce an energy game changer.
Yeah.
But we haven't heard anything about that game changer yet, so no.
No, he usually makes 7 announcements.
Well, I know that he's a minister of exuberance and announcements. So we're waiting on that game changer announcement. So this is just my few words, Mr. Smart.
Well, thank you very much. You ever called the program before?
Well, I listened to him, but it's the first time.
Thank you very much.
First time coming on this radio station to
thank you very much.
My little 2 cents worth.
Thank you very much, yes, sir.
Okay, then.
Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning. Welcome.
Okay, good morning.
Fine, fine.
So, about 3 years ago, I was thinking about this AIDS virus because, it affects black people.
Yeah.
A lot in Africa. And I was thinking, where AIDS virus is concerned.
What happened to that car?
Insufficient blood, like in kidney dialysis, where they clean the blood to drain the blood of that particular patient. You could return him from AIDS to HIV, where a consistent process like that, you'll be able to live a lifetime life, you know, with HIV. It takes away the white blood cell. Then if you change the blood, then you return the white blood cell, which would have been protecting you from, you know, like various causes of you, because that's what really kills you. I understand, you know. So it's just a thought for Jamaican to look into, it's a university to look into, because not only do I know that it's practical, I know that it's factual, you know.
So where you got the idea?
I got the idea because I'm a practical.
Hello? I want him call him. I want him call him back and explain where you got the idea from, please. Next one, please. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Welcome to Straight Up. Go ahead, please.
Beg the government to...
No, start over.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
If you
so, hello?
Land,
hello?
Are
you listening?
There is no way again where you can...
Hello? Are you listening? Are you listening?
Let's say you have to bank the money and...
Hello? Are you listening?
Yeah, I forgot. They are sending you somewhere to bank the money, but...
Hello? Are you listening?
Get the documents, then...
This person not listening at all.
And pay the government. I want them bring on that.
Hello? Are you listening?
Hello?
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
When you're talking on the phone, you're not listening same time to see if somebody else saying something.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
I don't ask you to be sorry. I don't want a sorry from you. I ask you a question. When you're talking on the phone, you don't listen to see if somebody else saying something.
Yes, sir.
No, it's a long time now this thing kind of thing been going on with you where you don't really listen to us and talk on. And you start talk before we was even on the air. So a lot of what you're saying was talking to yourself. Go ahead now.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm asking the government to make a way again, because it was in. We're a poor old man, have a piece of place, and him don't have any money to get you with a cycle to help him. And if him going to, especially if him going to sell the land and pay the government. But because there's nowhere, it's one prime minister that bring it up, and this one coming in and them cut it out.
Tell me something. Who you reason with at daytime or nighttime? Who you reason with?
No, it's me one live.
I never ask you who you live with. Who you reason with at daytime or night?
Anybody who joke and can, you know, take whole man joke. It's my type of joke.
So these ideas that you have, you don't reason out with somebody and kind of clarify it in your head before you come here?
Yeah. I call the office them and reason out with them.
Which office?
Sampan, and them send me to our next one up New Kingston, and I reason to them and them sure to say no help, no there. The poor old man.
Alright, thank you very much. Yes, sir. Next call. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Mr. Small.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Not too bad at all. And you?
Fine, thank you.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. What kind of sound is that in the phone?
I don't know, maybe the breeze, because I'm outside.
So why don't get from out of the breeze?
I think it's the breeze going through the phone. The breeze.
So why don't get from out of the breeze?
All right. 1 minute. Oh, can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, go on.
Hey, last week Friday night, you know, I went to a very famous nightclub in World Harbor. I can't buy the name of this nightclub. And about was there enjoying yourself, something like that.
You was enjoying yourself or you was enjoying the girls?
I was enjoying the girl because they are entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, and the music was good too. So about 3 o'clock in the morning,
yeah,
I heard a noise outside. And when I went to investigate, I saw the security bleeding from his head. Now, to my surprise, the security tried to stop one of the street girls from coming inside the club. That is the girl in that work on the street. From coming inside the club. And the girl took up a buckle and bust the security head and went across the road. So small. How that sound to you?
Oh, it sound? It sound like it could be true.
Huh?
It sound like it could be true.
Yes, man. And I think that is out about it. It's because if somebody don't want to know them place. All they need to do is to step aside. They just take up a buckle and fling and burst the man head. That is all I have to say.
All right, well, you watch your step when you're inside a go-go club there, especially when it reaches at 3 o'clock, yes, sir?
Okay.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, 2 quick topic and I comment quickly. Nothing wrong with is an intelligent and honest politician use the word trick and politics while if he's there as a politician and MP. Looking at the Usain Bolt, Veronica Campbell-Brown, Chilani production, it is great to see that the minister is going to have the stadium in Chilani named after the great Usain Bolt. Fantastically and honestly and really truly a legend and the greatest male sprinter ever. But their the Veronica Campbell-Brown record is equally impressive. She has won gold in every section of international track and field, including the World Cup of Athletics. Most people don't know about that, but she has done so too. Her only goal that she really wants to win is the 100 meters at the Olympic Games. And I think it is good, development and independence move. After naming the stadium after Usain to name the parish, it is time now we change the name of the parishes and name them after Jamaicans great who have done well, including politicians. So I think since the stadium is going to be named after Usain, the parish should be named after. When we just sit down and examine our total record, because the attempt to frame her was not successful. She was offended by the most honorable P.J. Patterson successfully. So the parish should be named after her. Finally, there's a serious situation of tampering with our water meters in the Mullines Garden Division because of political reasons. And I am facing a $9,000 water bill that was not earned honestly.
Hold on there. So you say it's politicians that tamper the water?
Yeah, man. Persons working in the National Water Commission,
because for what? Yeah. What they going to get out of that?
What it is expected to do is have us in the East Central St. Andrew lay blame because of the high water.
All right, hold on a minute. You see at the Usain Bolt Sports Academy down there?
Yeah, in Chilani.
Are they going to have any counseling department in there?
I don't know what but they're adding.
But you know that athletes going to need counseling and things.
They're going to have structure.
Yeah, and they're going to have a psychiatric department.
I don't know what they are going to do.
They're going to need that.
Yeah.
Especially with people like you around now who are going to say that Veronica Campbell is just as impressive as you're saying, boy. But
yes,
thank you very much.
But
thank you very much. Next call. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah, morning again, Mr.
Wagwan.
Well, you know, why campaign.
Yeah, well, I don't want you come with none.
No, well, you know, so me no bother with the campaign trail thing. All
right, go on. Make your point.
Straight talk, me again. All right, you see, pertaining to Mr. White, where Wilson, when you talk about Mr. White said about the highway thing, you know, it wasn't Mr. White said it. I was the one who mentioned it to Mr. White. You know, I said they changed the Usain Bolt highway and put in P.J. Patterson name there. And then the sign, not even serve a week, it was stolen. And then after that now, you know, they come and said the sign worth how much thousand. And I was saying that They are building a new highway now with a north-south leg, something like that. They should rename that highway with Usain Bolt name. You know, because Usain Bolt is a bigger ambassador than P.J. Patterson. And he's known over the world even more than P.J. In the first place, it should not be changed. You know, and pertaining to my girl Shelly and Fraser now, Merlin Hattie contribute tremendously to Jamaica, you know, and kept Jamaica on the map. Now, Shelly and Fraser now is one of them too. So a school in the area that she's from, with a Waterhouse or one of those areas, find a school and name it after Shelly and Fraser, just like how they did the one in Cold Spring or Panside area in Hanover with Merlin Hattie School. You know, give them some form of recognition in that way, some kind of title. The same applies to Veronica Camp Brown. There is school in Trelawney that can be renamed with her name. That means her legacy will goes on for the rest of the time. I don't know how you see that, sir.
It is not, as far as I'm concerned, it's neither here nor there.
It's neither here nor there.
Just little me that.
Oh, that's you that.
Mm.
Oh, okay. We can understand that. All right. No, I'm just throwing that out there. All right. Catch up with you.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
No, I'm just throwing that out there.
Next one, please. Good morning.
All right, catch up with you.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a radio on there.
Yes, sir. But, yeah,
no, you're wasting time. You're wasting time.
Yeah, man. I turned off now. Yeah. I was the person who called earlier about the in regards to the Jamaica Railway Corporation, but I get cut off.
Yeah.
So I'm back now.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, I believe that the railway system could contribute significantly.
No, there was something that I wanted to ask you, and you get cut off. Let me ask you. The announcement that you heard, it was made by the company that intend to come resurrect the railroad, or it was made by the government?
No, it was made by the company. According to the person who was reading the news. It was. I think she said that.
All right. No. Before we go into that. Hello. Before we go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you will understand that when you hear a company making announcements like that over national piece of infrastructure, if you don't hear the government saying something about it, you can't just go by what a private company say. You will realize that.
Oh, really? Yes, that is true.
All right. So you do have any idea where the government really was in negotiation with this company?
Well, I can't tell the reporter. The reporter said that the chairman of the Railway Corporation, you know, and she mentioned that name.
The chairman of the corporation what?
No, they said the chairman of the Railway Corporation, Mr. So-and-so. Right, along with, but I don't remember the company from America.
No, hold on. One thing at a time. You're jumping around, you're confusing yourself. The chairman of the Railway Corporation did what?
No, they say had some meeting, some negotiation, right, with that company from America to come and do an assessment of the railway system.
Oh, so this is not an announcement of any resurrection. It's an announcement of an assessment.
Right. It was on the news, right? Yes.
Yeah. So it's not really an announcement of anything going through. It's just a speculation, really.
Yeah, but at the end of the news, the person who was under that tip said in 3 years' time, the first leg would be the rum tour.
Yeah, but that is rum talk, you know. If it's not coming from some official source, it's like rum talk.
Okay.
But it seemed to me it would be good for a country that had a railway system already, a basic railway system, could benefit from resurrecting that. That's what it seemed to me. I'm not an expert, but it seemed that way to me. And usually, when these things are being played around, we find that it's because it don't suit politicians or them don't find a suitable partner where them can get something out of it for themselves.
Okay. Because I don't know if I'm tracking this thing from they closed it down in 1992. There are various companies from overseas who the government have tried to have meeting with to come and revive it, such as Real India.
Yeah.
And that one fell through.
Yeah.
And another company from Canada.
All right, hold on. Before you go any further, have you got any information about why these various ones fell through?
Well, the one with Real India, according to
the newspaper some years ago that they said the government of Jamaica is just pussyfooting around the place.
All right. Anyway, that's not a reason why it fell through. But most time when these things fall through, you're not hearing anything about from the government. You're not hearing anything from the ministers, and they try to keep it as a private business. They are up to no good. They are up to no good. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
All right. Cool, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Morning, Jeff.
Welcome.
I never heard the newscast that the man there was talking about the railway.
Yeah.
But that same set of argument, I hear it towards China.
Yes, I heard it towards China, not only India.
Yeah. That you got to have the tour piece, the Appleton piece.
Yeah.
You got to have passenger rail.
Yeah.
And cargo rail.
Freight, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But the other day I listened to the inquiry, the Tivoli inquiry.
Yeah.
And lawyer from must the JDF, Linton Garden.
Yeah.
I hear him try confuse a youth.
Yeah.
About some shooting or some bike.
Yeah, damaging of the car and the shooting of the bike.
Yeah. Here him said to the youth, said the bike was part of a booby trap.
Yeah.
So the youth I say, oh, why would you, I'm not answer the youth, why would you want to set a booby trap beside a building?
Yeah.
Him do can go around and say, boy, sandbag did it.
Yeah.
And you would have set up a booby trap beside sandbag and dust your kick up.
Yeah, he must want to destroy the sandbag.
Me no know, and him and the youth said the car and the bike was out of the way,
Yeah.
And the lawyer said it was part of a roadblock. But you can't see where he might try to confuse the youth.
Yeah, that's the main duty.
Yeah, but the youth wasn't so easy to confuse. But
no.
I wonder now the youth asked him that question there and him not answer it.
No.
I don't know. After the youth, them the Tivoli people, them lie now to deal with that.
Yeah. His job is to discredit the witnesses, Yeah. Gordon's job is to discredit the witnesses.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to discredit the soldiers who. Well, I'm not interested in the defense of the police. I'm defend the soul of them. But I wonder if I'm going to cross-examine the soldiers who are said to be testifying of witnessing 8 police assassinations.
Yeah, and little while I hear a little thing where say the soldiers them are going to testify from a remote location.
Yeah.
And them voice will be distorted.
Yeah, because them don't want them to be identified and targeted, I suppose.
Alright, we'll look and we'll learn.
Thank you very much. Here, let's go for a break, please. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We'll soon be talking to a couple of guests about the 12 Tribe banquet. We're just going to read some text messages and answer a few phone calls that have been waiting. Next text message. Best start to the program. Wish you would start it like that every day. Malcolm X. No, we wouldn't do that every day. But glad you appreciate it. Next one. Morning, Sir Jerry. Well, I never receive a knighthood, and I don't think I would accept no knighthood, but I know it's just a little affectionate way of referring to Sir Jerry. Morning, Sir Jerry. So, how some of the long-distance walkers manage to cross the finish line and then drop down on some wobble? Because they are exhausted. There's no mystery about that. Exhausted. Extreme effort. And your willpower will carry you going all when you don't even have enough energy. And as soon as you know you achieve your goal, you give up all effort and you just drop down. It's a natural thing. Next one. Jerry, thank you for your opening tape that you played. I hope that you insert more of these in the future. Your caller from Point Hill, St. Catherine, can assist with that matter. Okay. Next one. Good morning, Robin. Smiles etched on the faces of some residents of Salem, St. Anne turned into looks of disappointment when they discovered that land said to be available is a rumor. People, here is something to strive for when they come seeking your votes. One Love Robin, come from short and sweet. Yeah, I saw the people down in Salem there in our land rush because some people tell them say land I go cut up and tight like go get yeah. Yeah, we went to the other telephone calls. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Morning, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, fine, thank you, Margaret.
Why, welcome back, welcome back.
Thank you.
You take some pictures, sir, with your red camera?
Which part? Yeah, man, yeah, where want them to take some pictures?
Me not ask you, me just want if you take some pictures.
Oh, you see, when I wasn't here, yes, man.
Oh, yes, sir. And I like when you keep your program steady.
Yes, ma'am.
We're having some problem up Stony Hill, say, Jerry.
Yeah.
Cables stealing.
Yeah.
It's about some 3 weeks now. Quite a lot of people didn't have any internet, you know, between Lime and Flow.
Yeah.
The man, them are rob the cable them rapidly, you know, Jerry. And we're not hearing nobody talk about it. And
so tell me something now.
Both station, not radio station, on Flow and Lime. And, you know, because we're having a problem and the landline wasn't working, the internet wasn't working. It's a disgrace, Jerry.
Tell me something.
Yeah.
The community up there, them not communicate with one another.
No.
And you are satisfied to live. I don't understand. You are satisfied to live like that?
I said no, but what I'm saying to you, we have a group of a lot of people, a lot of neighbors that I live near.
Yeah.
And we write letter, because we wrote a letter to...
No, listen here. This right... Hold on a minute. Hold on. I want to use the time well. You think these writing a letter going to stop the cable stealing?
No.
All right, let me ask you something. You're not interested in sending a message to them cable thief?
I would love you to come and talk.
I don't ask you what you would love. I am asking you. I
don't know how to send a message to them.
Well, all right, you're going to go and suffer it then.
No.
What about rape? If your daughter get raped, it's the same way you're going to say, I don't know. What, you're not going to send a message to the rapist?
Of course, I'm going to send a message.
Then how come you don't want to send a message to the cable thief?
I am asking you now.
Yeah.
You asked me a question.
Yeah.
You live in my area.
Yeah.
We work with the police.
Yeah.
We work with what the station them start doing now is use videos. They have them videos. They put cameras now to catch them because they write to us and tell us what they are doing. That still don't stop them from doing it, you know.
Foolishness.
I hear them get catching now, but you still have some still doing it. It's not that we don't do anything, you know, kid Jerry. But people need to understand, Jerry. When you steal the cable, the school, the hospital, a lot of people damage a lot of people, you know. We catch 4, and it got 2 for 6 months, nothing happen. 2 more start again. When you hear Beth talk about politics and the water meter, she must talk the truth. And no political business.
Hello. You're getting emotional and jumping all over the place. You know, listen to me. I listen to you when you're talking, and as I start...
I'm not getting emotional.
You're not allowed me neither.
Let me tell you what I'm saying.
No, we're out of time. We're out of time.
Well, I have to call you back because...
Yeah, do that. Next call, please.
People, they scrap metal.
We have a guest there. Next call. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Well, fine, thank you, man. What going?
You remember who sang Electric Boogie?
Well, I think Bonnie Wheeler sing it.
No, write it first.
Hold on there. I think Bonnie Wheeler sing it, and I think Marcia Griffith sing it.
All right. Marcia Griffith.
Yeah.
You can remember Bob Marley thing? With your Marcia?
Which one of them?
You did forget to look what putting up there?
Yeah, man.
All right. And Marcia did get the vagina?
Yeah, man.
All right. Now...
And she avoided.
Just see, you know, every time I call you, I ain't a problem, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because you see everybody run riot around there. Everybody... Now, that lady, know, you ask her a question.
Yeah.
You have people around you.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do.
No,
do the same thing you did do if them rape.
Exactly.
Them up there.
Yes.
Now that you tell her.
Yeah.
But you don't understand.
No, because if they rape your daughter, you're not going to allow them to be running through again.
All right. Because until the neighbors them come together.
Yeah.
Understand, say, the police overwork.
Yes.
One.
Yeah.
The good cops overwork.
Yeah.
And then can't they everywhere.
No.
So if you don't want to take care of your community, how for fault?
And you have 1 and 2 cop out there stealing cable with the other gangster too.
Just easy, no man. You say good cops.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. You see, everybody I talk about using both this and you say about that. Did you know when Philip George Edward Seago went to Bob Marley and said, "I'm going to him"?
I don't know when him went to, but after him dead. After him dead.
And him die in bed.
Oh.
Him went there to him.
Yeah.
And Bob said to him, say, "Do what you want to do."
Oh yes.
Because you are now, this sir thing and this Hannah thing.
Yeah.
Most done.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to tell you this. Last night I tell you what some things. Them find some of our ancestors down in South Africa.
Yeah.
The ancient people them.
Yeah.
And electricity around car now.
Yeah.
You alright, Jerry?
Thank you very much.
Alright.
Yes, sir. Oh, how much do we have there? One more call before our guest. Good morning, welcome. Straight.
Hello, morning, Mr. Small.
Oh, go on.
Mr. Small, a lot of my taxi friends coming down with a ulcer stomach.
Yeah, not eating on time.
Yeah, not eating on time and they have hypertension.
What about
because of the not eating on time?
What about the on-time taxi? Am I eat on time?
Not even on time. A lot of my friends end up in UC now, getting $100,000 bill for ulcer stomach after be paying bills on schedule.
I maintain them car better how they maintain them belly.
Yes, Mr. Small. I like these taxi men to wake up and smell the coffee, man. It's 4 things you work for: food, clothes, shelter, and tender loving care.
Yeah.
And you have to spend more time on yourself than you spend on your work.
Yeah.
And if every taxi man, when they wake up in the morning, they just charge themselves for a traffic ticket, $500.
Yeah.
Save that instead of paying it over to the government. Put more self-discipline in your thing. You're better off. And a lot of them ending up at father or long place when they're old, to Mr. Small.
Preventive maintenance.
Yeah, preventive maintenance.
It is good it is good for machinery and it is good for living beings.
Prevent is same like everything else. And secondly, Mr. Small, when you say the good when your preamble say the good nana make you come back.
Yeah.
What you mean, Mr. Small?
Is to ask her what she mean.
Well, let me tell you something what I interpret that to mean.
Yeah.
It's the nana run Jamaica, not politicians. And all the thieving thing that you see going on and all the money grabbing and all the preamble and all of these things.
Yeah.
Is because of the nana. And thirdly, Mr. Small, people not to worry what the name of politician or athletes, you know.
Yeah.
If you have a house or a piece of land, you just put a landmark on it and name it after yourself.
Yeah.
All the best to you, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
You know, I never know you know so much about music, man.
Till when?
Well, it's yesterday I confirm it more.
Oh, you mean
Mr. Small, you are the most diversified radio host I ever hear in my lifetime.
Yeah, maybe it's a limited amount a year.
No, man. Me hear the Rico Rodriguez thing, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
And I tell you, all your memory sharper than enough of your old friend, them, you know. Yeah, man, your memory good, Mr. Small. Yeah, I tell you.
Well, when you revisit things, it keeps happening, man.
Yeah, stay strong here, Mr. Small.
Thank you very much. I know Sam lick something out of me, I forgot something, you know. Is it that? Yes, welcome. Wagwan.
Blessed love.
Sister Aisha.
Yes, blessed love, Jerry.
Wagwan.
Nice to be here again as usual with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What you say? I'm ask what you mean by him have to come back. Alright, leave that alone.
Right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, so what is coming up apart from Ethiopian New Year?
All right, you know, the 12 tribe of Israel, you see, in their quest to help the school in Ethiopia, that's the elementary school.
At Shashamani.
At Shashamani. They have decided to put on this Taste of Africa event tomorrow at the 12 tribe headquarters, which is at 8183 Hope Road. You know, we'll have cabaret singers like one of our guests there, Asante Amen and Mary Isaacs, who we are supposed to call.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And
you get a Mary number?
Get into that.
During the break, we're going to go for a break. Get the number. Yes. And
right. So, we are here now to answer the questions that you think the listeners might want to hear, and to even enhance the reason why we think they should come and support this worthy cause,
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know that there's a large school constructed in Shashaman, Ethiopia by some of our brethren and sisters. What's that?
I think it's 7 years. 7 years now?
7 years now that school has been constructed. It really grew out of a homeschooling that I believe people like Flippins and other of our brethren was going on with some homeschooling in Shashamane.
All of the Rastafari there.
Yeah, homeschooling. And then some of our brethren, including Brother Carl and him sister Valerie, Sister Valerie Philpott, and other people have come together and constructed systematically, Sister Bonnie,
who worked there for 1 year as a principal.
Yes, systematically construct a large grade school there, comparable to any junior high school anywhere in Jamaica. And it is there. If people really see the pictures and see the activity, they would be really surprised that all these things have been going on quietly. So
and so far, for since that time till now, they are still getting 100 passes in the national exam.
100%.
100%. I'm sorry.
In the national exams in Ethiopia.
Yes, they are still getting that.
All right. Well, let's go for a break and we'll come straight back to this. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. Now today is the 10th of September. Tomorrow is the 11th of September, which is the Ethiopian New Year. And the 12th Tribe of Israel is hosting a banquet, a fundraising banquet, to help support the school that has been established and running there for years now, 7 years and more. I want to say to Sister Aisha, because I know her from she a teenager.
17.
And that time we were in a hopeful village.
Trenchtown.
And we moved from place to place till we buy a place ourselves. Then now, I want to tell you that in 1961, when the government sent a mission to explore the possibilities of resettlement of Africans in Jamaica, in Ethiopia, consisting of Rastafari, brethren, back to Africa people and some government people, His Majesty told them that he want a technical mission to come, not just a mission of all. He want a technical mission to come where him can plan with, because I couldn't plan with those people who were amateurs. And they sent this technical mission in 1962, about March. The technical mission consisted of social scientists like Red Snetterford, agricultural experts like Mr. Foreman, who was the head of the Hope Gardens at the time, and later he became ambassador because of being sent on that mission. That's the reason why Foreman was made ambassador, because of being sent on that mission as an agricultural expert. And he sent other experts, Mr. Arthur Carney, another social worker who used to work with the United Nations and so on. And His Majesty revealed to them some of his visions to that technical mission. He revealed some of his visions. He said he is looking forward to the day when all of the foreign teachers in schools in Ethiopia will be replaced by Jamaicans. He said he's looking forward to the day when all the agricultural extension officers that come from foreign will be replaced by Jamaicans. And he named the various areas of expertise which he was envisaging would be replaced by Jamaicans instead of Europeans, because of planning between Ethiopia and Jamaica on a technical basis. This technical mission came back to Jamaica in April 1962, same time when the election keep. The government that had sent this mission, the Norman Manley government, was voted out. Listen to me carefully. Was voted out of office in this election, and therefore the mission came back with a whole heap of good news and commitment by His Majesty in Ethiopia. And the Bustamante government scoffed at it and says they are dismissing this technical mission. They have nothing more to do with this plan. And Bustamante boasted, not 1 rand cent of my government's money will be spent on any such technical cooperation between Ethiopia and Jamaica. He boasted of it because the technical mission which His Majesty urged them to send, they sent it late, and by the time they came back the government had changed. Norman Manley was out of office, and Bustamante boasted that I will be doing no such thing, and proceeded in about in exactly 11 months' time, he proceeded to smash down the Rastafari, starting at Coral Gardens. Now, we, especially through the instrumentality of Daryl Kraskill, started a school right down at Hope Road there. What happened to that school? Answer, please. I want your answer.
It was I think it wasn't much students that were there. That
don't matter.
I know, but I guess because it was of a Rastafari effect, you know, it didn't get the support. I don't know.
No, man, we started it for ourselves and for our children. We're not looking for up.
Yeah, okay.
You don't remember the school that Daryl started? Under the shed there. That's how the shed was built, you know. That shed that you see there, as you step in the yard from the left. That is where the school used to run. Look like you don't remember. Daryl never run a school there.
Yes, but I don't remember everything about
Okay, I'm so sorry, ma'am. No, it's not only Shashaman we need to build school. We're going to support this venture, you know. But I'm telling you that the schools need to be built everywhere where we are, because they are not only teaching the children, just like how Judy Mott did start a Sunday school, because religious education was being neglected in the house, and Judy Mott take it on herself to build a Sunday school, and I sent my children there. Plenty of people never approve of it. Same with Daryl Kraskill decided to build an academic school to help our children.
And his wife.
Yes. His wife also,
yes.
Nzinga. Yes. And we need these schools anywhere we are, Washington, Haiti, Trinidad, anywhere, because it's about helping the children and it's preparing the teachers that we are going to be sending there. Anyway, back to the support. Introduce the artist there.
Okay, this is Asante Amen. He's going to be the main cabaret singer on the show tomorrow. Asante has been doing very good. He just came back from a Europe tour. And you know, when you start talking to him, he'll tell you more about that. But we chose him because we have seen that he can pull a crowd that will sit down and enjoy good, solid, nice, enjoyable music. You know, we have a lot of people who can do that.
Yeah.
But Asante has proven to us that he can make
Why
tomorrow.
we don't call Miss Isaac? Call Miss Isaac. Asante, what on? Are you really sleep on the campus regular and not sleep on the crumble? What up?
True. No, we did take a little break, but we're there now still. Because you know, education.
But you used to be attached to
yeah, we're definitely the same Jamaican language unit.
Yeah,
man. Still there right now. Yeah, man.
And music is one vital form of the language.
Yes. It's a vehicle of communication, exposing the Jamaican language, and then definitely exposing our culture.
Yeah.
So we love and we're glad to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So this event now that the 12th Tribe of Israel has asked us to be a part of, I'm grateful to be a part of it, because again, as I say, Rastafari, a part about thing is nation building.
Yeah.
At home and abroad. Yeah. So this is a great event. A great time too, because New Year, Ethiopian New Year, Enku Tatash, for those who don't know, the Ethiopian word is Enku Tatash to represent that. It's great to call this in this whole energy on this particular day, so we do give thanks.
We have Miss Mary Isaacs.
Excellent.
Good morning, Miss Isaacs.
Hi, Jerry.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Good to know that I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am. A few years ago, you kind of returned to the scene of people consciousness, although it wasn't going anywhere far. I remember even seeing you, I think it was on tribute to the greats.
That's right.
Bonnie Good, Kingsley Good is the show and thing. And you're as vibrant as ever. How you got involved in this benefit concert?
Well, I have some very good friends who are part of the 12 Tribes of Israel, and Sangik reached out and said, Mary, we're having this Taste of Africa cuisine, and we'd like you to join and give us some of your music. And I just said, yes, why not?
Yeah, you're going to make sure that they videotape it, you know.
Okay.
Because too many of our efforts go unrecorded, and we have to be telling people about it, and people say, I lie, man, it's never so nice like what you say, and we say, I true, you don't know.
All right, I'll mention it to them.
Yes, ma'am. Have you released any music in the last few years?
Yes, I just did. In April, we released a new CD called Then and Now, which encompasses some of the material that I did on wax many years ago, and some new material which we just recorded the past few months. So it's only available online at iTunes, however. I guess that's the way people are going now, to just go online and download what they really want.
I was going to ask if I had hard copy to play on this program, you know.
I was at your station a few weeks ago, and I left a copy, so, but it's a burnt copy because, of course, there's no hard copy. But I will get the copy to you, and if you come tomorrow night,
that is what
I will hand you your personal copy.
Yes, I really would. I would like that. You're going to put it in a case, because I saw one with a case with a picture on it. Even though it's a burnt copy, you're going to arrange a case for me with your picture.
All right. Okay. I'll do that.
And I'll have to come back. But looking for.
It's a really good cause. For tomorrow night they're having this wonderful taste of African cuisine, and it's for a very good cause. And I want everybody to come out and support them.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm going to go back to Sister Aisha now. Sister Aisha.
Hi, Aisha.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah, so you're going to specialize in a variety of African dishes, especially Ethiopian.
Yes, Ethiopian, South African, Senegalese, and Ghana.
So will it be buffet that people can get a taste of all things?
I'm not sure the sisters are arranging it, but I think it's a buffet. Okay.
All right. Now, it will be patronized by an Ethiopian, authentic Ethiopian who is living in Jamaica, who share nationality between Jamaica and Ethiopia.
Yes.
Judith
Hilton, who is married to,
one of the ministers of government.
Right. So she's an honorary consul of Ethiopia here, and she's the distinguished patronage who will be hosting this event.
That's great.
Yeah.
So now, apart from that, now, so you're going to get the cuisine in Ethiopia. You're going to get performance by artists. You're going to have a
Nani Isachar dancing.
Yeah.
And we're going to have spot prizes. We're going to have some other surprise that we don't know yet. When we get there, we'll see.
Yeah.
I really think for 2,500 to have such a cuisine and all this cabaret entertainment and everything else, 2,500. Believe me, it's worth it.
Then can buy the ticket before the time?
Yes, up until the morning of, which is tomorrow at the HQ, by where the little shop is in the HQ, where Sister Vice, you can go there and get tickets. I'm not sure if they're going to sell tickets at the gate, but what I do know, for ones
they must be selling tickets at the gate. We can never discourage people from come.
That's what I am thinking, but then I'm hearing maybe not. So
I would have had come there. If I don't get a ticket before, I would have still had come there and be prepared to pay the gate. Okay. Under no circumstance you can discourage people.
But
I think we have to encourage them.
What I think we're trying to alleviate is it happened already where people came at
they provided not providing enough food.
Or the ones who bought tickets came maybe after the ones at the gate, and then the pre-tickets that were sold, and then they probably will be left out of the dinner.
No, under no circumstance you can't do that. According to the amount of tickets you sell, you must provide enough food.
You must, yes.
Because it's not like the feeding of the 5,000 where we can turn 5 fish in a 5,000.
No. And also for those who are not eating, I think there's a cost. I think it's $500. They can just come in, but I think it's after the dinner. Dinner they'll be.
They can just come for the show.
Just for the show, for $500. Yes.
Yeah. So this 9/11 thing is not disaster. We don't identify 9/11 with disaster. We identified with new beginnings.
Yes. I want to push, because that is the thing, say. We see certain things happening in this region, and we love to attribute and associate these numbers and things with certain events.
Yeah.
But there are balancing elements within it that we must put forward, and this is one such. So we're grateful again to balance.
All right. Now hear this now. Are you actively involved in the 12 Tribe Israel?
No, not actively in terms of membership, but I'm always.
Well, listen here now. No institution can prosper unless it provides for the younger generation. This is the problem in the national politics here now, and part of them. And it results in some of the more determined young people in the politics is worse tribalists, because they are not being provided for. The only way them can be emerged as a star is to be a worse tribalist. That's why some of the young people, I can name some of them for you, is worse tribalists than the old people, because they are not really being provided for. So the only way to become a star is to be wickeder than anybody before, and the old people will promote you. That's what happened in politics,
Yes.
That is why certain guys and girls getting promoted, because they prove themselves to be wickeder.
Yes, sir.
No, we don't want it that way. We want provision for the young, and more love and more time.
Yes, man. Yes.
Well, we're out of time completely. Not really out of time, but we have done this in time. Thank you very much for having been here.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night, 12 Tribe of Israel.
Yes, 8183 Hope Road. Everybody come out, please.
Yes, 7 o'clock is dinner, 9 o'clock show time.
11 a.m. headline news. Straight. Good morning and welcome back to Straight Up. We're into the third hour of the program. And I'm going to read some text messages as usual before the phone calls. Straight up. Next one. Jerry, I guess that Mr. Holness, Mr. Montague, and Mr. Bartlett will in short order have someone to hug up at another press conference coming from Donovan in Portmore. I think you're referring to a JLP member being charged for rape. And the rapist them is all over the political spectrum. The rapist them is all over the political spectrum. Some of them homosexual rapists and some of them heterosexual rapists. Next one. In America, you dare not say anything negative about the Jews, no matter the truth of it. Are the Chinese our Jews? The chosen people. You can call them the chosen people. Yeah, you always have some chosen people in every country. The chosen people. Next one. Jerry, you have set out the context in which Siaga had said fire for fire and blood for blood. Now, will you do the same thing for Bobby Pickersgill and has anything that would keep the Pickersgill? No, and now will you do the same for Bobby Pickersgill and his anything that would keep the PNP in power statement? I'm not here to serve Bobby Pickersgill or Siaga. Him himself give the context of what he was talking about. Him himself, it's self-explanatory. Next one. Jerry, were you and Don Crary close friends? You know him? I don't see no question sign here. I say a statement. You know him. So this person is saying that I know Don Crary. And I'm asking if me and him was close friends. So yes, so this is a piece of we need some rat poison for this person here. Yeah, we do need some rat poison. Yes, let's get back to the phone. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Hello?
Welcome.
Bongo.
Welcome.
Yeah, man, Wagwan, bless up.
Fine, thank you.
I had a couple texts about Bingy down at St. Thomas. We never hear it to there.
You did send in some text about Bingy?
Yeah, the Bingy down at St. Thomas.
And on Negos this?
Yeah, man.
Junior Negos. Well, yeah, but...
I want to give a little smart talk, but I want to declare the Bingy first.
Yeah, declare the Bingy, yeah, man.
Yeah, the Bingy is going to be tonight, the fire light midnight, you know. It's going to be 11 lights, is the Ethiopian New Year's Day, you know. The first year of the Ethiopian calendar.
What district? What district in St. Thomas? What district?
This Bingy will be down in Seafort way there in Stony Brook, right as you reach the roundabout.
Yeah.
Going down to St. Thomas, they had the roundabout. And
you turn left.
For 11 lights.
Yeah.
And see the 22nd. You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of late, but the bus is going to be leaving Scotch Pass. 2 o'clock, we're going to have pick-up point at 3 Mile and Trenchtown.
Yeah. Which part of Trenchtown?
Right at Culture Yard.
Culture Yard at Trenchtown. How much bus leaving?
That's one coaster.
One coaster. I wonder if it can hold or if it will full up by the time it reaches. Anyway, it's leaving Scott Pass at what time?
2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock this afternoon.
Right.
And it reaching 3 miles by what time?
About 3:30, sir.
3:30, 3 miles.
Yeah. 3:45.
Yes, and then it will go to the Culture Yard at Trenchtown and then to St. Thomas.
And then to Stony Brook.
Yeah.
So we give thanks and welcoming everyone because there are some serious issues to discuss pertaining to the Rasta community, the Ganja legislation. Me like how they are addressing the kingdom still with Anna Flood for calling them like board in there and where my try.
Like who? Hold on.
Community.
No, like who? No, hold on. You say like how me do it?
only just the ministers done, not just by saying the politician, but speaking out that Golden, Minister Golden is a private sector.
Yes.
And his main duty is to cater for the private sector of this country.
Okay.
I like those things, you know. Like most of the damn things about it, not really specific. So that's why I'm going to let the eye program. I'm going to let God light also, but, you know, without your economic nothing going. I may say already say they're not perfect, but there is all I have right now. Where as a vice of deliberating force for my people. The only thing I need to do, and I don't expect the eye to do that, but is to set up a practical move. And I get to find out that the referendum is the first move that I need to do. And we need to take it up practically, rally with the forces and ask for a referendum. The people must decide if we're going to continue being ruled by this colonial system, or we're going to be official, independent people. You know, we can't adjust the things them secondary under the system. We have to take it from the top, and that means we have to remove Queen Elizabeth as our sovereign head, because it is an embarrassment to our ancestors to see that the very slave masters that cudgel those people as fought and defeated.
All right.
Are now legally enshrined.
All right. Well, thank you very much, here, sir. Being at Seaford tomorrow, bus will leave from Scott Park. Stony Good. Yeah, the bus leaving from Scott Park 2 o'clock today. 3 miles 3:30. Trenchtown Cultural Yard about 4 o'clock. Straight up. Thank you very much. Next call.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Next call, please.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Wagwan.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, Jerry. Jerry.
Are you same one my brethren called Fortis?
No, man.
Oh.
It's me. I know Fortis still.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Big him up. So.
All right, yeah, man.
Yes. Look here now.
The other night,
when I was up at place there, the Benevolent Association.
Yeah, up at the Tribute to the Greats.
Yes. Was Rico awarded?
I'm trying to remember if Rico was on
that. Yes, I was trying to remember, Jerry.
Yeah, because he should have been.
Yes, he should have been, you know.
Yeah.
But we really have to embrace good music, Jerry. I was trying to get here yesterday, but the time Carter ran out.
Yeah.
You know? Because I said, boy, man, these entertainers, man, they are such assets to us, and such legends.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? With the good music. I mean, that Shankai Shek rhythm there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that song that he's singing about Man from Warwick and all those songs, you know?
Yeah.
Those songs just keep on emanating, you know?
Yeah, man.
And good music just keeps on rolling.
Yes, sir.
Jerry, I see that they're having a lot of water problems and so on, because a lot of people have been down the street, the country areas and so on.
Yeah.
You know? But I tell them, man, it's really rugged. Because people can't survive without water.
No.
Yeah. I notice the bills start climbing a bit too.
Yeah, without not getting no water and getting a big bill. Yeah.
Yes, the bills are climbing up. You know, we're not getting the sufficient, you know.
We're not going to take it sitting down.
No, we're not going to take that sitting down. Good. Well, I was on the internet last night, man, looking at some good ladies, man, I tell you, man.
Oh, yeah?
Look good, yes. Passing through and so on, you know.
Yeah.
One of the most prettiest women and all that sort of thing.
And up on the advertising channel?
No. You know, really looking good.
Yes, sir.
You know me already, and the ladies already, you know.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, don't damage the screen.
No, I certainly wouldn't do that. So, Jerry?
Yes, sir.
Take good care of yourself.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Good, Jerry.
Yes, sir. Next one, please. Hello?
Eli.
Wow, yes, ma'am. Wagwan.
Yes, sir. King Selassie, Rastafari. Blessed morning, Ata.
Yes, sir.
Give thanks and praise for another day straight up.
Yes, sir.
Well, I tell you, yesterday I was on the phone. I wait some time until you take the guest them, but after you take the guest them, boy, I tell you, so I couldn't even manage to call back because the reasoning was more than I.
Yeah, you mean yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You yourself and the Haitian them where you have the boy, I tell you, say, man, my knowledge couldn't match up to no higher. I tell you, so I have some Haitian thing there, you know, Mr. Small. You know, so I have heritage though.
Well, that Professor King was saying.
Yeah, man, you know, really heritage, me, I tell you, man. And
Tekla is a bridgeman I admire to, you know, Mrs. Him have a intellectual capacity that to wide, you know, Mr. Small.
Yes, and the ability to nurture, yes, to impart it, exact word, to impart it.
Yes, man, him great, man. Maybe me know you the bridging, but me don't really know him by name still, but me know Tekla good, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, it was really great, Mr. Small.
Yes, sir.
And I want to tell you, it was really good for you to call from the day I've been listening to this program, you know. You see that the first I hear you laugh like that, you know.
Oh, I listen it back on me.
The version that was on the phone.
Yes, I.
Well, you explain some situation like something what them been through.
I tell you, man.
With the bubble man and things.
Yes,
man. So you laugh all the way up.
I tell him just I bring back some memories of some crucial bridging and assisting did in the early
days. Them thing make me say the reason is real, man. Because if a man attack you can't laugh. Because when you laugh, I tell me so you remember exactly what the man has said, you know.
May I tell you, man?
It's like you just bring back your headspace right in that spot that time there, you know.
May I tell you, man, in say in no one out the bow of them say, boy, we don't want to hear no more instrumental, you know. Then lick instrument, you know. Then say instrument. But even in the modern day bow, you know, when 12 Tribe usually play all upon music and start bring on stage show. Up to now, bow them lick reggae, you know. No reggae. Or just the harps. All when Sizzla and Capleton and them on the rise up in the early 90s. Me don't know them cope. Because them a deal with reggae and them a bubble and but the bubble take time adjust till I will up a white bubble and shine in bubble and
yes, man.
All kind of different thing. Bubble and fly up and down from plane.
Well, see, man, so you kind of water liquor still cause sometimes an economical crisis, you know.
Yeah.
And a man say you really have to mix up still, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, man, you have to mix up. But what did nice when the man say, boy, a couple of days before the man did ball off his head, you know?
Yes, Rico. I tell you, every time man burn your power up camp, you know?
Yeah.
Fire, light, and all kind of things. If you're out no week, then would not tell you also when I break, sometimes you have some kind of half mad man through all power up smoking and thing, you know? Or sometimes them decide to throw all the sin and go and them or sacrifice one of them own, you know? And sometimes you are the chosen one, true, you are the purest one that will get sacrificed, you know. You see, if you live too clean, you better watch your head back, you know. But it have to be a good, clean ram, you know.
Yeah, something like that, you don't go on the evening, man, so boy, you make a take a show if you have a divorce, big one.
I tell you, man.
Yeah, man.
We have to laugh.
When you are reading about it, you know, just take me back to a little story in the Bible where it tells about after Solomon did dead, you know. Two brothers, you know, wanted the throne in the Jeroboam and Rehoboam, you know.
Yes.
You know, so after Rehoboam and the people, them of Israel fight out. Jeroboam and he have to run, go down to Egypt.
Yes.
And the little youth get the throne, and when the little youth get the throne, them say, boy, he might go back to that brethren there. Because I know so that brethren have more experience than him himself with the on the throne, you know.
Yeah.
See? And the brethren give him a little thing like he must make back a little agenda.
Yeah.
So he said, boy, I must go back to the palace and go hear what the brethren at the palace have to say.
Yeah. But you have to go
he went back to the palace instead and go to the older folks them who in the long time. Him go to the younger
man. He go to the young man, him friend them who just are getting a power now. And him said to the young man, them say, boy, the people, them say, me for ease up, you know, like how Solomon did work hard and the temple bill, like how the temple bill now ease up.
You got it right, man. You just want a little pressure ease off of them.
Alright, tomorrow we're going to have some work, we have a little line up here, but I'm glad you remind about it. Rehoboam and Jeroboam.
Right, man. Give thanks, man.
Straight up. Thank you very much.
Straight up. That's stuff all right.
We've been trying to get through to Professor Wayne McCloughan. Anybody who can contact Professor Wayne McCloughan, Professor of Molecular Biology at the UWI, we're supposed to be talking about him, talking to him about a medical marijuana symposium here tomorrow. And we're not getting through to him. Did we call him earlier and notify him? Well, we notified him and now we're not getting through to him. We're going to try keep on calling, but let's get back to the telephone lines.
See them fighting for power.
Yes, me I tell you about it. That's when they plan to kill Bob Marley. The two parties them in Jamaica plan to sacrifice Bob Marley in 1976. And them run from Jamaica. because of that. Runway from Jamaica never come back until 78. Runway from Jamaica make exodus, leaving out of Babylon. Yes, well, let's get back to the telephone. Good morning, welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Welcome. Go ahead, please. Next one.
Good morning.
Welcome. How are you doing?
Thank you, Jerry. I'm not doing badly.
Yeah.
I just want to share a few thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah, Rehoboam. That was the man who said he going to put on scorpion and the people skin.
No, yeah, Rehoboam, yes.
Rehoboam.
He didn't say it, you know. His advisors.
Well, I think he had said his father scourged you with whips and I'll scourge you with scorpions.
I'm trying to explain something.
Yeah.
He said to his advisors, the young men who just come in power with him,
yes,
that the people are asking me to ease them up because they have been worked hard by my father in order to make the temple built.
Right.
Now the temple that has been built,
right,
we are asking you to ease up. So he was prepared to ease up, but when he mentioned it to his advisors, the other young men, they said, yeah, idiot, we just come in power. Some young guy like Damian Crawford and Dayton Campbell. Them say, we just are coming power. Tell them, say, your father waist going come like your little finger.
That's all
and if your father chastise them with whips, well, you go and chastise them with scorpion.
Scorpions. Right.
Wickeder. Them come wickeder. Them come wickeder. Instead of them ease up from Solomon hard work, them become wickeder.
I was thinking it was his words, so it's his friend's words.
Yes, his advisors, his
okay,
cabinet.
Good for the clarity. That's why I have to rate you, Jerry. And I'm going to discuss 4 quick stories. And I'm going to put you, and you wonder why I put you with all these illustrious people. Jerry Small, Marcus Garvey, Paul of Acts 16, and Joseph of Genesis 40. I respect the way you bring clarity to a lot of socio-economic and political issues. Because a lot of things you say clear up things which, I don't know, a lot of us are afraid to say. So, respect for that.
Well, thank you very much.
I make mention of Marcus Garvey. 1927, upon his deportation,
yeah,
he was met by a big crowd.
Yeah.
I think it would have been a wharf. I don't think it was the airport.
Where? Wharf.
It would have been ship.
On a seaplane used to come here before the 40s.
Them time there. Right. And the following day, he had a press conference sort of thing at the War Theatre.
Yeah.
All right. It just barely a similarity to current happenings. Paul, when he was imprisoned,
yeah,
for he had rescued a girl from sorcery sort of thing and, you know, fortune telling and all of that. Anyway, they threw him and Silas in prison.
Yeah.
And when they find out he was a Roman citizen, different treatment.
Yeah, he appealed. He protested.
Right.
And said that he has a right as a Roman citizen to be heard, to have a hearing without not being condemned without a hearing.
Right. So it's important.
The Roman citizens was first-class citizens in the Roman kingdom.
Yes.
And everybody else a second and third-class citizen.
Yes. And Joseph now, we know Joseph, as I said, was again a household helper. Like, you know, he was a steward in the household and got condemned for rape.
He got framed for rape.
Framed for rape, exactly.
Yeah.
And finally, you told a story to Garnet last week. And I have 2 questions for you, Jerry. I don't know if you're disposed to answer them.
Quickly.
One is the young lady who wrote the letter to your mother.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet her in life again? And if so, how did you?
No, I don't see her yet.
You never did see her again?
I'm looking forward to see her again.
Okay, and second question is, did this change your relationship with your mother? Or disbelief of you?
Yeah, she started to estimate me, say, well, she used to tell me I must take cold shower before that. So anytime you feel too much loss of a little girl, if you take cold shower and avoid it. And she also,
affected your relationship
hold on. And she also tell me, said, don't make no male at Jamaica College, whether it's master or student, don't make none of them come near me and touch me.
Okay.
And she also, yes, after that, she kind of started to suspect, say, boy, I'm up to.
You up to something?
Yes.
Okay, all right, Jerry.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
We finally have connected with Professor Wayne McLaughlin, Professor of Molecular Biology at the Department of Basic Medical Sciences at the university, who is able to tell us about this medical marijuana symposium, hosted at the University of West Indies tomorrow, Friday, September 11th. Good morning, Professor Wayne McLaughlin.
Morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, yeah. Sorry about the delay, but I was in another meeting, so.
Was it intentionally that this medical marijuana symposium was slated for the Ethiopian New Year tomorrow?
I am not quite sure it was, but it just so happens that they fall on the same time and date, yes.
Yes. Now, the university, Israel, I think Israel has a long history of research into marijuana. But I don't think any of them can challenge the place of the Jamaica, this University of West Indies in certain practical work that was done by Professor Manley West, Dr. Lockhart, and also Dr. Henry Lowe.
Yes, that was a while back, yes, of course.
I think this was from the 70s.
In the 70s, yes, you are correct. Yes, that was a long time, even before, persons even were thinking about medical marijuana,
Yeah, and do you know of the story of Professor West and Lockhart and Dr. Lockhart about their fishing expedition that led to some speculation?
Yes. The story as I had it was that, Prof. Manley West was a fisherman actually, he used to do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
And he had certain fishermen who worked with him. And he said that when they went out in the night, and because they fish at night.
When you say they work with him, he used to go to them.
Go with them, yes.
They were professional.
He had his own boat also,
he might have had his own boat that he gave them to work. Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
He had his own boat,
Okay.
And then
when they went out at night.
The fishermen used to be able to tell him that they would see certain fish moving or jumping,
And they would also bait their hooks very, very quickly when he had to be taking a long time to bait his hook.
Yes, and he was saying how come they could see these things and he couldn't see it, And he would ask them how come, and they say they smoke, the weed.
Yeah, they said they smoke the weed and it helped them vision, night vision.
And of course, it helped their vision, So I think out of that now he got interested in knowing or seeing what in marijuana or cannabis that would affect the, help the vision.
Well, may I tell you that I started smoking hard when I was 17 years old. I used to touch it a little bit, but when I was 17, I started smoking hard every day regular. And I've been wearing prescribed lens glasses, very strong prescription from I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And from I start to smoke hard, by the time I smoking for about half hour, because I really smoke hard and long, I used to find myself involuntarily taking off my glasses and putting down on the same board.
Okay.
It was other people who were pointing out to me that I used to do it. I never realized I was doing it. It was explained to me later that the marijuana that I had ingested had relieved the ocular pressure, the pressure in the eyeball.
Right, yes.
And therefore the glasses that was prescribed to correct my astigmatism was now producing a blur. And when I take off the glasses, there was no blur. Was good vision. So when I heard that and doctor told me that and I told other people, some of the people say, no, you're mad. Because they used to say I'm mad before that, but it's a similar thing like, anyway, back to this. Back to the longevity of the university in research.
Yes, so I say with Prof. West, and again with that, cannabis, cannasol, which was the first product he developed.
Yeah.
And then the second was asmasol.
Yes.
But interestingly, when I just joined UA back in 1989-90, I was one of the persons who actually did some of the microbial quality tests on Prof's products, because he approached me as a young, molecular microbiologist to to analyze the product for him.
Yeah.
In terms of the quality in terms of.
Is it you that I've heard speaking on some other programs about a lot of things that you have perfected and have been waiting?
Maybe not, depend. In terms of cannabis work.
Yeah.
Well, we have started research. Even long before. Again, the approvals for medicinal work.
By the way, what with the advanced stage of research and thing, The United States government gave some difficulty to ratify and allow these products into America, didn't they?
Yes, and it still is. It still is a challenge.
Imagine, unless their pharmaceutical industry and their doctors are going to get the credit, they're not going to want Jamaica to do a track and field thing on them.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So even though it's a challenge, to even for exporting or importing anything into the U.S., because I know Prof West products really didn't gain traction in the U.S. just because of that reason.
And do you know that my uncle was one of the first successes that Prof West Canasal had? One of the first success in about 1984.
Okay.
My uncle named Len Carr, he went under an operation for glaucoma and lost the eye. He had one eye good. He lost eyesight in both eyes.
Yes.
And years later, they were able to use this product and he regained his eyesight and live for another 20 years or so with fully sighted.
Okay, good. But as you know, with Prophet's product, it went mostly to the European and Canada.
Yeah.
It wasn't accepted in the U.S.
But when Obama came here the other day, right on this campus, and it was put to him about, the great economic opportunity that the ganja would provide for Jamaica. He told the assembly of young people that this is not a silver bullet because the large companies and the rich people are not going to allow you, little Jamaica, to make all of the money out of this thing and them don't take the land here.
Of course. But ironically, on the other foot, a lot of research is going on in the U.S.
Yes.
On cannabis, even though it's illegal by many universities, which get approval through the federal system to do it, So, on one hand, they are blocking you, and on the other hand, they are doing their own.
Yes, you see, it's the same thing. They would do it with the track and field and they did it with the track and field for some time.
Yes.
Getting out, or at least at the same time, shielding their Lewises and other people who are the living guinea pigs. But fortunately, the principal of the university, Professor Arch McDonald, is fully behind this thing, and a lot of other doctors tell us about Dr. Weir, Dr. Brezen, and Cromwell, and about this whole symposium tomorrow.
Yes, so tomorrow, Friday, I'm a little bit unsure about the time because I'm sure I saw the announcement that says 5 p.m., but I saw another announcement that says 3, but it is 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So Dr. Mark Weir, who is actually an MBBS graduate, for most persons who didn't know, right from UWI here.
More now what?
He's an MBBS.
Oh, medical?
Yeah, his first medical degree.
Spell out what MBBS means, please.
Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery.
Okay, great.
Yes. So right here from UWI.
Yeah.
And he's currently the leading international cannabinoid expert.
And I understand that even in the sickle cell area, there's progress being made with the cannabinoid.
There are other researchers basically doing quite a bit, and not just pain management, as you know, Alzheimer's, epilepsy, rheumatoid arthritis. So, it has a wide, wide application.
One of the early breakthroughs, apart from glaucoma and asthma, one of the early breakthroughs was with the counteraction of nausea, feeling of nausea, associated with chemotherapy.
Yes, for sure. Chemotherapy, for persons who under chemotherapy, they would use it.
Yeah, when people are undergoing chemotherapy, they usually experience bad stomach feeling and upset stomach.
Yes. So that's true. That has been used for a while. In Canada, medical marijuana is also legal. So they prescribe, but the prescription, of course, goes directly to the patient. It's middle handling.
So with the great rebuilding of the university hospital that has been secured, this whole thrust will have a special building dedicated, purpose built?
Well, I know, for example, the principal has been talking about setting up a clinical trials unit,
a
pain management unit,
Yeah.
So with the new rebuilding, you know, those are some of the things that we'll be putting in, you know, where we can do clinical trials, much wider clinical trials and facilities for clinical trials will be put in place.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a plus. As you know, we have been doing clinical trials in other areas for quite a while, you know.
Yeah.
That's not just we are just starting clinical trials, but specifically now to cannabis and its uses.
Yes.
So we'll have those in place. But I know, for example, he's trying to have a small place set up right now for a pain management unit.
Yes.
You know, until that comes on stream.
Now, I am aware that in the recreational and edible marijuana products field, some big players in the international world have made some alliances with certain individuals in Jamaica, putting them up front.
Yeah.
But really and truly is a cat's paw business going on, and they will have the lion's share of the thing. And yet have a face as if them is a Jamaican company. All things are going on Negril and all kind of in and out trickery and thing. But
okay,
in the case of this medical marijuana thing, will you be able to make sure that outside forces, because of money and investment, won't have you tied up lock, stock and barrel?
Well, that's one of the things. Definitely, the principle is ensuring that that doesn't happen. You know. So any contractual arrangement, any MOUs, there's no exclusivity then.
Yeah.
You know, of persons coming to say, once we do this, there's an exclusive right to them to, you know, to have full access to X, Y, and Z. No, that's definitely not going to happen.
Yes.
But it has to be for the Jamaican people.
And you will have to be looking out for false labeling also. Because just like with the Jamaican coffee, and other things.
For sure. Because one of the projects we're doing right now is basically, well, I've started out long back, is to characterize our strains.
Yes.
Both for the levels of THC, CBD, and other cannabinoids.
Yeah.
And also a genetic profile.
Yeah, and it must suit you to copyright some of the names that you coin, and some of the and maybe even some of the traditional names, even though that we know that in terms of copyright.
Yes.
The open, you know, some things are in common. What you call some things are in the common.
Already out in the public. Yes. Domain. Public domain.
Public domain, and like the word announce. Yes.
So what we hope to achieve from what we have been doing actually in terms of genetic profile is to match the name to a genetic profile.
Yeah.
So if somebody come and say this is a purpose skunk.
Yeah, because you know one of the biggest brand names that Jamaica is known for, a certain beer. A large foreign company came and bought out the local company just to have the name of the beer. And since that has been manufacturing the beer in America and passing it off as being brewed in Jamaica.
Okay.
A world famous beer.
Yeah.
And this is a huge company, well known in the world, going to these and things. So you know that
yes, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Well, thank you very much for having been here, Professor Wayne McClacken.
Yes, sure. And good talking to you.
All the best for your symposium tomorrow. And whenever you need any help with on the air, may we have a chance?
Of course, yes, because I say we are doing quite a bit, you know, and it's good to let people know, you know, what we have been doing.
So you're not,
you know, we have a UA medicinal cannabis research group.
All right, so you're not going to hide your ganja candle on the bushel.
You have to make sure.
All right, thank you very much.
What we are doing.
Yes, thank you very much.
Great, good.
Welcome back to Straight Up, running down into the balance of the show. Text message before you call. Next one. Robin, in Beth's conversation with Lambert last evening, she said she dreamt of Jamaica as a one-party state. Dream on, Beth, coming from short and sweet. And you know, they are crazy enough like Hitler. So they are a danger to the freedom of us all. They are a danger to the freedom of us all. But we will not be overcome. So let them go and dream. Filthy dreamers. The Bible describes them as filthy dreamers. Next one. Bongo, the JLP full of alleged rapists. And what about your party? Both of them is a set of gang rapists. And they rape not only the economy, but they rape the political system. Buying votes. And they are shameless. Both of them are a set of rapists. Next one. Jerry, the brainchild of Portia Simpson of using Usain Bolt is fraud. Is the people of Trelawney from the first Olympics? Yeah, man, they're raping ideas. Next one. Good morning, Bongo. Just a big up. Just a big up your show, sir. Sheldon from Macatree. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you very much. Next one. Bongo, bless up. Peter must get the credit, cause if the economy did fail, it would say is him do it. They are all idiots. So because they would say it's Peter do it, we must big him up. It's a set of idiots and a pack of fool. Two pack of fool. Let's get back to the phone. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello. Morning. Hello? Go ahead, please.
Hello, brother Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, please, sir.
Welcome.
Rastaman from Pinnacle.
Pinnacle, okay.
Yes, sir. Our brother, sister Odash.
Odash.
Sister, yeah. Kingman, tell about this program from long time.
Tell about what?
This program, I tell about Bongo.
No, hello, hold on. You're talking too fast. Talk slow. Tell you about what?
Your program.
Okay, yes.
And I don't stop listening.
Okay, thank you very much.
So hear me now.
Yes,
tell
sir.
me something. Which one of the man, them hero, man, they say a hero, did go off one of them conference. Hide the Jamaica flag back at them. With a man there, but which one of them man there?
Which one of them did go a conference and hide Jamaica flag behind them?
Yes.
I don't know that story.
All right. You don't know that. All right. Let's tell me something. Father Sherlock, you see?
No, I personally know. Well, Art, this is a different thing. When you're done, if we have time, I'll tell you. Father Sherlock.
Yeah, Father Sherlock. Well, I want to describe him to me. He's a tall black man?
No, he's a brown man. Tall enough brown man. Two brother of them.
Oh. Well, I meet a gentleman at home in the 70s.
Yeah.
Tell me say him start off Boys Town.
Yeah. Him stay.
Him tall and him black man.
Him telling you that him himself, the man speaking, did start Boys Town?
Yes, him start off everything at Boys Town.
Yeah.
And him tell me about Nesta Marley and Ken Boothall, the man that him trying to trigger them off.
Yeah.
But I never get to ask him his name.
Yeah, and you ever hear anybody else say it's true or it's only him you hear so?
It's true, man.
I am asking you if you heard anybody else say it's true or if it's only him you hear so.
No, it's only him I hear so.
And you're going to swallow that?
Yes, I will swallow because I find him as a spiritual person.
Oh.
I find him as a spiritual person, brethren.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing I want to ask you now, you see?
Yeah.
I would like if you could have given me some Pakistan baptism for me.
Give who?
Sir Pattison.
Which Pattison?
The PJ.
About what?
You see in 1972?
Yeah.
A Rocco Bessa. One lady about store name is Tony.
Yeah.
Michael Manley and PJ Pattison Clancy Axel take that store pizza.
Yeah.
And make platform for the election.
Yeah.
So we didn't get Michael Manley rod, but we didn't get the rod for him. Didn't get the rod for him, Emperor.
Lie, Mattel, lie.
I go for the platform and hold the rod in a virgin.
Yeah.
And look on the rod.
Yeah.
And I hear Michael say the same thing will happen a month ago be at the Deepwater Pier. The same thing will happen at Rockabessa there, so.
Yeah.
And then start the Deepwater Pier there in a virgin.
Yeah.
And it stop a pass. So I asked Mr. PJ Pattison to see to that it finish. Because it's a part of the work.
Yeah.
And PJ sit down for 18 years and no fart pan it. And it start and stop a pass.
Yeah.
So you walk here now, you want me to say stop a pass now. Shira, did I look one girl about the place there and I get one girl.
Alright, me go stay out of that.
Alright, stay out of that.
Thank you very much, yes sir?
Alright.
Next call, good morning and welcome to Straight Up, hello?
Yeah, make him stay out of that.
Yes sir.
1974.
Yeah.
Before 1974.
Yeah.
Where Carly Smith Drive did name?
Carly Smith Drive, where did name?
Central Avenue.
Yes, that's true. And West Road are the other one, yeah.
Alright, so watch this now. Dr. Henry Lowe.
Yeah.
I want you to interview him.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you why?
Yes.
If the truth be told, he might be my god brother.
Okay.
I asked him, warm to Robert.
Alright. Yes.
And Blossom.
Okay.
Because if I don't make mistake, he used to live on Central Road.
Oh.
And Shaggy did that Johnson before him left and go away.
Yeah.
You ever tell about Carolina?
Yes.
You Shaggy?
Yes.
Shaggy did live at Johnstown.
Yeah.
Ask me for line, I tell you.
Yes, yes.
You all right, Jerry?
Thank you very much. Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Yeah, Bongo Jerry.
Yes, I. Why you going?
Hear the matter about His Imperial Majesty give Michael Mann the rod.
Yeah.
Imperial Majesty never give Michael no rod.
Lie, Mattel.
Michael Mann get the rod from Julius Nyerere.
No, Kenyatta.
Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Jomo Kenyatta.
Yeah.
Yeah, when him go, which country that?
Kenya.
Kenya.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jomo Kenyatta him get the thing from, man.
Lie.
But we come for dispel all rumors and lies and yeah, at the minimum wage upon the front burner, no, Jerry.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Consultation, final one go on yesterday down at the ministry and thing and
I'm glad you keep reminding me.
and we have said the whole process flawed.
Yeah.
Because the chairman of the commission is employed to one of the big time security companies
Yeah, man.
in the country.
Yeah, man. Private sector I'm work with.
Saying and it couldn't be so, it can't be so.
No.
The whole entire process flawed from that premise.
Yeah, we can't see right through them, man.
So may I say, and I hear him say him hear me on the radio. I hope him listen, you know. Or I call upon the minister for remove this man, you know. And start, as either them start by the whole process over because this man is not in the interest of the hard working, the minimum wage.
Not only him is not in the interest of the hard working people, the government is not in the interest of them hard working people.
But it's over 100,000 people them are deal with this way, you know. Between security guard,
much more than that.
Worker.
Much more than that. Much more than that.
Well, sir, more than that?
Yes, sir. But unfortunately, let us continue tomorrow.
Blessed God.
Thank you very much. Next call. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Small.
Welcome.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
All right. I have a couple of things. What is the inheritance, really, ganja thing? What's the claim for the Indians? They don't. I heard that they were the one who took the plant here.
Ganja was here with Africans. Indians popularized it far more.
Oh, so you're saying the history is that ganja was here before the Indians came?
Yes, ganja was here with Africans. And
so
Indians popularized it far more, having come here free. You understand me? The Indians came here free. The African, even the drums of the African was against the law, you know. You know that the playing of the drums and...
I'm just trying to get something clear, Jerry.
Yes,
who carried here?
The Africans.
Okay.
And the Indians.
Okay.
Both of them.
I heard that the Indians is the first time now hearing that the Africans.
Yes, I know you wouldn't hear that, but...
No, man, I'm honest.
No, hear me now. I don't disbelieve you, man. I'm telling you. I wasn't... A lot of things that I know I wasn't told them. We had to dig them out.
Okay. Anyway,
and did you know that you had Africans who came here voluntarily after slavery was abolished?
Yeah, I met one this week.
Yeah, and not recent Africans like in the 40s, 50s, and 90s. You know. I mean, Africans
I met one this week. He's from that tribe of people who came.
A lot of them was in St. Thomas.
Yeah, St. Thomas. I met him in St. Thomas.
Yeah,
anyway, another thing is the music. Why the music is of the 60s? The lyrics were so way ahead of what we have now.
What? Because it has been dulled down to a certain extent. Dulled down. The music of the 50s and 60s was a fighting music, even though it was a loving music. And it's still going on with the youth today, but it's more suppressed. The youth who doing the fighting music now, they're not allowing them to come through on the radio so much, you understand?
Yeah, I'm not even talking about the fight. I'm talking about music on a whole in terms of
quality.
How it is put together.
Yes,
and, you know,
police
and thief and even
music
that like the foundation.
Yeah,
like,
we only have a minute, but musicians became undervalued when the producers started to try cutting down the number of musicians who in the studio to cut down the pay.
And the writing of the lyrics.
Yes.
I have this song, I always use an example. What's the name singing the song? Build Me Up, I say, Build Me Up.
Oh yes, Build Me Up, yeah man. Who did sing that again, man?
It's one of my favorite.
I tell you, man, I love it. Yes, man, I love it. It's true.
So the lyrical quality.
Build Me Up.
I heard it just play a Bob Marley, Ambush in the Night.
Yeah.
It is so potent.
Yes. I have to go. We're out of time complete, but I appreciate this call very much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We have 1 minute and we have some text message. Jerry, good morning. Why so much prisoners is escaping from police custody? I think the police are collect to let them go. Corruption. Some of that is taking place. Next one, Mr. Small Morning. The Dominican, them lucky. John never wiped them off of the earth for what they do to the Haitian people. No, you're mixing it up. The Dominicans who suffer the hurricane and flood is not the same as the Dominican Republic that share the island of Hispaniola with the Haitians. It's not the same Dominican. One is Dominican Republic and one is the island of Dominica. Next one, Jerry, I would like to see you be the administrator of country. Boy, the sun will drink the sea. Write me some more and make us see if you can understand you good. Next one, Jerry, wasn't Willie Haggart murdered by a hired police hitman? I don't know if it was police hitman, but I know Omar Davis, Peter Phillips, and Dr. Blythe was most alarmed, and they ran out of the parliament and ran on the scene because all them was connected to them. Next one, Jerry, the code of silence to be broken at Tivoli inquiry by JDF. Well, I want to thank Tanya Richards also our production assistant, Monique Edwards, and Roddy and Rob broadcast technician straight.
Good afternoon. With the Midday News, I'm Errol Lee. Coming up in this newscast, PSOJ CEO calls on small businesses to re-evaluate their business models. South Central St. Catherine MP says bulldozed Innswood residents were told long ago about the relocation. Attorney Tom Tavares Finson says he'll be making a bail application when his clients Don Crary and Shanique Williams appear in court on sex charges. And major shakeup at the National People's Cooperative Bank of Jamaica as an audit done by its oversight body uncovers serious irregularities.